It is an everyone's issue.
Hey everyone, thanks for joining our coverage. The Trump rally is underway in Arizona. Trump is going to speak soon. I want to listen to the speaker for a little bit, and we're going to get you updated on the mass stabbing attack in Solingen, Germany. So I'll get you an update on that in a second.
Who sounded the alarm about the systematic insecurities of universal absentee voting. Democratic senators like Senator Elizabeth Warren, Amy Klobuchar, and yes, even then Senator Kamala Harris, who while serving as the most extreme left member of the Arizona Senate, still discussed the inherent vulnerabilities of our use of voting machines. If she were here today, I imagine that she would say that she would like to see our elections for what they can be, unburdened by what has been. So to the independents and Democrats listening and here in the room today and listening all across Maricopa County, don't listen to the innuendos, the half-truths, and the whole lies, which will inevitably be spun about me by a Democrat-controlled media and by high-priced, out-of-state political consultants. Hear me right now. I want to make our elections run effectively and efficiently and securely. Nothing more, nothing less. We should all be proud of our elections in this country. But sadly, as I have traveled across this country, it has become clear to me that our system is broken and desperately in need of repair. Over the past 180 days, I have attended 208 events, listening to voters from everywhere in the county and of every corner of the political spectrum, hearing about their lives and their life stories, hearing their concerns. And as I did, one common theme became crystal clear to me. The voters are sick of our elections making us a national laughingstock. The voters are sick of being mocked and condescended to when they ask sincere questions about our election system. And most of all, voters are sick of hearing from their neighbors, why should I even vote if I can't even trust the system? I am running for Maricopa County Recorder because it is high time that we had someone willing to roll up their sleeves and solve the damn problem. Let me be clear. Every voter, regardless of political party, should be able to have confidence in the process and outcome of our elections. Every voter should be respected by the people running our elections. Our election laws must be followed, and the plague of election day problems that we have seen in recent years must end now. And for heaven's sake, we need our election results by election night. I am Justin Heap. I am running for Maricopa County Recorder, and with the help of Turning Point and Trump Force 47 that is working to bring out our voters across this state and swing states all across America, we too can make our elections trustworthy again. I am Justin Heap. I hope that I will have your vote. Thank you, and God bless the great state of Arizona.
All right, that was Arizona State Rep. Justin Heap, who's running for a Maricopa County Recorder. So what I want to do is, put this in like a box, if I can do that, and then get you some updates on what the situation is in Germany. So I'm going to do both things here. So if you bear with me for a second, here's how I'm going to do this. I need a second to kind of get this right. Give me one moment, guys. Let me get this all worked out here. So this is going to go up here. Then we're going to put this down there. I'll put that right there or something. Trump is not speaking yet. He will. This we'll put over here. Okay. Fine for now. Fine for now. So we have that down there. I'm going to give you a quick update on what's going on with Germany, and then we'll go back to the rally. So it's not clear who did this in Germany, by the way. So here's a report here from, thank you for joining the stream, by the way. We'll be watching Trump speak shortly, and possibly RFK Jr. appearing there at the rally as well. So several people dead in stabbing attack at festival in Western Germany, Bild reports. This is from Reuters. And it says, the article says, which you can't exactly see. Hold on, actually you can see it. Several people were killed Friday night when a man knifed passers-by at random at a festival in the German city of Solingen. Newspaper Bild reported. I'm probably pronouncing that city wrong. Give me 1 second here. Hold on. Let's see if I can hear this.
That's exactly why we're all here today.
Hold on. I'm gonna get a pronunciation from Wikipedia here. Solingen? Solingen, I guess it is, according to Wikipedia, if I'm pronouncing that right. Hang on. Solingen. So several people were killed tonight when a man knifed passers-by in the western German city of Solingen. Newspaper Bild reported. Bild said the event occurred around 9:45 p.m. and that at least 3 people were dead and multiple people were wounded. Witnesses said the perpetrator was at large, Bild said. The local newspaper Solingen Tageblatt said on its website that the attack occurred at a festival to honor the town's 650 years. Local police said they were not yet able to comment. Local news reports said that the stabbings occurred at the Fraunhof, a market square in the town where live bands were playing. So it's like a city festival. Solingen is in North Rhine-Westphalia state, Germany's most popular. Solingen is in North Rhine-Westphalia state, Germany's most populous and bordering the Netherlands. Fatal stabbings and shootings in Germany are relatively uncommon, says Reuters. In June, a 29-year-old policeman died after being stabbed in the German city of Mannheim during an attack on a right-wing demonstration. There was a stabbing attack on a train in 2021, injuring several. And then these pictures here, police officer, let me just show you some pictures here from Reuters, if I can get them open. Is that going to open up? Hold on a second here. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to download these pictures so I can show them to you. If you give me a second, I'm going to download the pictures. Hang on a moment here. Just give me a moment. I'm going to get the pictures so I can show them to you. Thanks for your patience. Hang on. Just going to get these up on the screen so you can see them. Okay, let's see if this works. Let's see if this works. Can I get these photos on the screen for you? 2, 3, 4, 5. These are some Reuters photos from the article I just read. And I'm going to show you these photos here. Okay, here are some photos from after the incident in Solingen, Germany. There's one photo there. These are from Reuters. I'm going to get you the AP report on this as well. Let's see here. There's an AP report. An attack at a festival in German city leaves dead and wounded, reports say. People were killed. Let me just make sure they haven't updated this report here. 3 dead and 4 seriously wounded. It has been updated. 3 dead and 4 seriously wounded. An attack at a festival in a German city kills 3 people and wounds 4 seriously, police say. 3 people were killed and 4 were seriously wounded in an attack on Friday at a festival in the western German city of Solingen, police say. By the way, I don't believe at the moment I have any video from there. Just double check. Oh, I have video. Oh, no, I can't use that video. Hold on a second. Give me one moment. Why can't I use that? Maybe I can. Give me a moment. I might have some video for you. What in the world? Hang on. This video just came in. Okay. I got it. I got it. I'm going to show you a video here, and of, I guess it's recorded video from Solingen. Oops, here, hold on. Here, I'm gonna get the video on the screen. Hang on a second here. So give me a moment. Give me a moment. Let me get the video on the screen for you. If this is gonna work. Here, look at this. Look at this right here. This is recorded video from Solingen. That's obviously not Glendale, Arizona. So this is recorded video from Solingen. Do I have audio on this? I don't know if it has audio on it. Let me see. This is from AFP. Okay. Seen after several dead and injured in attack at German festival. See if I can get this a little bit. See, it's kind of. Give me a second. I'm just going to refresh that video for a second. Let me refresh it for a second. Should pop up there in a moment. Give me a moment. There it is. Okay. It'll play in a second. So this is some video from Solingen, Germany. Sorry, it's a little bit kind of uneven there. But that is some video coming in from AFP. I think they're going to play it again. Here we go. It's kind of like a loop where it's like maybe like a 45-second video, and I think it's looping. I think it's just, yeah, let's just see what that is. I don't believe there's sound on the video, by the way. Again, this is AFP video. Solingen, Germany. Solingen. Western Germany. I haven't even seen the video, so I'm just, yeah, let's see what else they have here. Then I'll read you some more about this as we wait for Trump to speak. Yeah, reportedly, as our viewer Eileen said, reportedly the attacker is still at large. I think that might be the end of the loop. I'll keep an eye out and see if I get any more video, guys. But I want to show you that. Okay, so let's we don't need to see. We just saw that. Okay, so you can see I have the rally in the corner, waiting for Trump. Meanwhile, let me just give you this update here from Associated Press. An attack at a festival in a German city kills 3 people and wounds 4 seriously, police say. goes there. AP says, Solingen, Germany. 3 people were killed and 4 were seriously wounded in an attack on Friday at a festival in the western German city of Solingen. Police said the perpetrator was on the run. German news agency DPA reported. It cited unidentified sources as saying the weapon was believed to be a knife. The attack happened on a central square, the Fraunhof. Maybe I could get that on a map for you, the Fraunhof. Mayor Tim Kurzbach said in a Facebook post, I should try to get that as well, that this evening, let me see if I can get the mayor's post. Mayor Tim Kurzbach on Facebook. I bet I can get the post. I think I have it right here. I have it right here for you. I got it. Here is the post from the mayor, right here. Oberbürgermeister Tim Kurzbach. Solingen. Tonight we in Solingen, we all in Solingen, I know it's a little hard to see. Tonight we are in Solingen in shock, fright, and great sadness. We all wanted to celebrate our city anniversary together. I believe this is translated by the A. We all wanted to celebrate our city anniversary together, and now we have to mourn the dead and injured. Breaks my heart that there was an assassination attack on our town. Tears in my eyes when I think of those we have lost. I pray for all those who are still fighting for their lives. Also to all the people who had to witness this, my great sympathies. Must have been terrible pictures. I thank all the emergency and security forces for their service. I ask that you, if you believe, pray with me, and if you don't, then hope with me. That's from the mayor. And AP says, the Festival of Diversity, marking the city's 650th anniversary, began on Friday and was supposed to run through Sunday. With several, so this was the first of 3 days, with several stages and central streets offering attractions such as live music, cabaret, and acrobatics. Solingen has about 160,000 residents and is located near the bigger cities of Cologne and Dusseldorf. I'm going to try to pull up a map here if you give me a second. Look up that place, the Frohof. I just need a second to get a map on the screen. So give me one moment. What is this?
Who here was waiting in line overnight?
Trump is not speaking yet, by the way. So I'm watching out for that as well. Is this going to work? Let's see. So there's a map. There's Google Maps. Hold on. Let me just get this set up for you. Now we want to go to Solingen, Germany. Solingen, Germany. Okay, it's in western Germany, near the Netherlands, near Dusseldorf. And if we zoom in, they said the Frohof. Oh, Solingen attack. You can see there's actually a marker on Google Maps for it right there. That must be it. That must be the Frohof. See, it says Frohof, Fraunhof. So I wonder if we can do a little street view down there. Yes. No, we can't. Why can't we do street view? Can we do it in there? Okay. Where is the Fraunhof? I think it's right in there. I think that's the Fraunhof in there. I think so. Those are some. That's right around that square area there. But you can see here, it says right here on Google, it says Solingen attack, and then it says Fraunhof. Oh, there it is. So I guess it happened in here somewhere, inside the Fraunhof. I'm going to try to get you some more updates on this too. Sorry, I know that, it's weird. The video is, why is the Reuters video frozen? The Reuters video, that's not my fault. So I'm showing you Reuters video of the stream, and I think the audio is working. They're having a little bit of an issue with the Reuters video. So hopefully they can, Trump isn't supposed to speak for over 20 minutes. So hopefully they can get that fixed, that Reuters video there. Because I'm literally, I think there's sound. Is there sound?
The new Democrat Party.
Yeah, there is sound. There is sound on the video. It's just they don't have the video going yet right now. Give me one moment. Let me just check. I want to check a couple things here. I'm going to check your comments too. I just need a second here. So let me just check. I also want to see what Bild is saying. And Bild is a German news outlet. By the way, 3 dead and 4 seriously wounded. Now, Bild says the perpetrator is still on the run. Now, I don't know who this perpetrator was. Bild says, according to witnesses, it was an Arab-looking man. So, could be Arab, but might not be Arab. I don't know. I have no idea. They are hearing, Bild, they are hearing 3 dead, 3 seriously injured, and 4 other injured. They say that there's a lot of rescue workers tending to the victims. The crime scene, they say, is the Fraunhof, which is that square in the city center where a stage was set up. So, for bands. So this is the Fraunhof in here, I believe, that we're looking at on Google Maps. So one thing that Bild reports from Germany, they say, and it might be a bad translation, they say that the attacker stabbed the victim specifically in the neck. Maybe they mean all the victims. I'm not sure. I wonder if we check flight radar, if there'll be like a helicopter there. Let me really quick check that. Give me a second here. Yes, the rally video, there's hopefully fixing the rally video. Trump is not speaking yet. We're going to show Trump when he speaks. So give me a moment here. So let's go to Flight Radar 24. And we'll go over here, and we'll go to Germany, and we'll go up here, near Dusseldorf. You know what I don't want to be doing? I don't want to be showing these. I had it set to show the labels of the airports, and I do not want to do that right now. Airport labels. Airport's off. That's better. There's Dusseldorf. There's Solingen there. Solingen there. So for whatever, there could be a helicopter above there, but Flight Radar 24 is not showing a helicopter in Solingen right now. For whatever that's worth. Oh, now Fabian says there's one on ADABSB Exchange, so let me just check something here. There might be one on Radar Box too. I'll check Radar Box. Here is, why am I getting weather on Radar Box? What if map options? I don't want weather. I'm seeing clouds on Radar Box. Making my life difficult. Terrain, flat, terrain. Oh, here we go. Labels. Weather. Oh, okay. Cloud coverage. That's off. Okay, so here's Radar Box. Can we see anything there? Germany. Where is it? I have to look at the other map. I'm confusing myself where it is. There's Dusseldorf. Oh, there it is right there. That's it. That's it, right? I bet that's it right there. Or no, is that it? Maybe not. There's a helicopter circling around here. Where is Solingen, Joe, though? I need the other one. Let's go back here. So it is right. It's only about 5 miles outside. It's only a few miles outside of Dusseldorf, to the east of Dusseldorf. So if I go over here, it should be here somewhere. Why doesn't it? Seems like maybe this is in the right place. Here, but I don't see Solingen. So I don't know. I'll have to look at ADSB Exchange too. I mean, it seems like this might be it. Hummel is the right one, said one of our viewers. Again, this is a radar box, AirNav radar box, www.radarbox.com. I don't know why it doesn't say Solingen in the city somewhere. That's my only issue. But I think this might be the right place. One of our viewers says, looking at it on ADSB Exchange. I can check that too. I just was hoping. I don't know why I wouldn't say the name of the city. Anyways, that helicopter, as you can see, is flying around in the area. Ooh, can I get, hold on. You know what I'll do? I'll check the map here. Let me do one other thing here. Where are the other options? Where are the map options here? Here. Map options. Satellite. Oh, there it is. I got it. Right there. You can see it right there. I'll bump up. There we go. Perfect. So this is on AirNav Radar Box, www.radarbox.com. And you can see there is a helicopter flying, a police helicopter flying around Solingen. That's it. So we got that for you. Okay. All right, I wanted to get that up on the screen for you. Okay, just to update you, so Trump is supposed to speak sometime after 7 Eastern, which is in 14 minutes. Okay, so there's kind of a weird thing going on right now with the Reuters feed, which is the one I'm using, the one I have, where they're having some video issues with their feed, but I think it was working fine. I don't know why they're suddenly having video issues. Yeah, they're having, I'm going to message them because they're having all kinds of problems with their unrestricted feed. So give me a second. Let me just give Reuters a heads up. I'm sure they know, but just in case they don't. Okay. I mean, usually there are not those kind of problems on the Reuters videos, so it's pretty rare for that to happen. So I don't. Hopefully they can get it fixed shortly, but he is not speaking yet. Okay, give me one more second here. I have. Let me just do some. I have a backup I can use for that, by the way. I think. Let me just pull it up here. Give me 1 sec, guys. Sorry, we're trying to cover 2 things at once. It's a little bit of complex. Yes. So, all right. So, yes, I have a backup. If I have to, I can use the right side footage as a backup. But hopefully they're going to just fix the... I'm going to get... Oh, yeah, I think they might be resetting it now. See, it says live view. So let me I'm going to leave it up there. I'm going to leave that up there for now. Hopefully it just gets fixed. But if not, I'll use a backup when Trump speaks. All right, so let's talk a little more about what's going on as we wait for the Trump. First of all, I really appreciate you being here. We're covering two things at once. We're covering the story out of Germany, Solingen, Germany, where there's been a mass stabbing attack at a city festival. 3 people are dead, 3 or 4 seriously injured, and reportedly about roughly 10 people stabbed total. You can see on AirNav radar box a police helicopter has been flying around the city. And this happened reportedly in a central square of the city called the Fraunhof, which if I zoom in, I don't know if this will really zoom in that far, but I can see it on Google Maps. I'll show you on Google Maps here. Right there. See, it says Solingen attack. This is the Fraunhof, a square in the middle of the city where they were having a festival and bands were playing, and somebody stabbed all these people and is not in custody. The suspect is reportedly still in custody. Oh, hold on. I have a live shot maybe from Germany. I have a live shot from Germany. Live shot from Germany. Hang on a moment. Hang on a moment. Live shot from Germany. It's not that exciting, but it is a live shot from Germany. Hold on. You'll see it in a second. It's down there. Hold on. I have to fix everything. Everything's all confusing now. So let me just show you this. That is a live shot from Germany. You can't hear it yet. You'll be able to hear it in a second. I thought we might see more on this live shot, but it is a live shot from Germany. I'll see if we get one from AFP. Give me one moment here. I think maybe you can hear the helicopter in this shot. I think you can actually hear the helicopter.
Kannst du irgendwas erkennen da drüben? Hast du da irgendwas bekommen? Wo denn? Ja, im Prinzip da vorne. Weil ich sehe gar nichts mit meiner Kamera auf dem Boden oder irgendwas.
Also weil man vielleicht jetzt hier, ich gucke meine Bilder durch.
Ja, nee, ich meine da hinten. Hier von dieser Position
Now,
her, ne?
sorry.
Bitte?
Hey guys, what am I seeing? Hey guys, look. You see what we're seeing? Look at what we're seeing. We're actually seeing investigators. See? I don't know if they're reflecting in the window, but you can see people walking around with like gray suits on. Like they're kind of like hazmat suits or crime scene suits. Look back there, you can see them in the windows.
Yeah.
Is that broken glass? I couldn't tell if that's broken glass. It's a little. I couldn't tell if that was something like inside there. It's a little confusing to me. By the way, thanks to our moderators. Well, hold on, it's moving now. The camera's moving. The camera angle is moving. What are we going to see here? Oh, they have it screened off. Wow. They have the area screened off. Look at that. And they're investigating. Wow. Thanks for the viewer for letting me know that Reuters had this posted. I didn't know they did. Give me 1 second. I want to thank our moderators real quick. Hang on. So, really quick, let me just thank our moderators really quick. We have Ruth Krafasi moderating on YouTube. Thank you, Ruth, very much. Linda Belk and Larry on X. as we bring you double news coverage tonight. Double news coverage. And then we have on Twitch, we have moderating right now. So much going on with the double news events. On Twitch, we have A Moment of Lovely, Big Ball of Yarn, David Green, Idaho Star, McBritches, Sarah, Papa Bear, Sharon C54, and Surly Div. And on Facebook, we have modding. Oh, so we lost that. We temporarily lost that shot now. So I'll monitor that shot. That's a shot from Germany. So I'll monitor that. Let me go back to something else at the moment. We'll go back to the helicopter maybe. That's the helicopter flying over Solingen, Germany on AirNav radar. Oh, oops, on AirNav radar box. And I'll monitor. Oh, and also, hold on. We're waiting for Trump to speak. That's true. And I'm waiting to get, we'll see if we get more live footage from Germany. And I want to thank our Facebook moderators. I'm sorry. We've had Kay Lowry Body, Christina Neal, Margaret Riley moderating. Thank you so much for Paul Anderson. Thanks for moderating on Facebook. Ronald Egnor, thank you. And a quick thank you to, hang on a moment, Kerry Poteet, Nevad the Best for your support, Kareen Amos, Tejas Rumperker. Tejas says, I live in Solingen. I was near the city center today. It was frightening. The witnesses said casualties are more than expected. Thank you, Tejas, for writing in. Thoughts to our viewer and everybody in Solingen. That's Tejas Rumperker, who says they live there. And I know they are writing from Europe. So I believe them. Thank you, Donna Smith and me and Think and Regent and DeShark and Gin and Tonica. And also our moderators again for your support and for helping out. All right, so I'm waiting to get more video from Germany. Trump is speaking soon. And, oh, hold on. I got Carrie Lake is speaking. Hold on. Guys.
Thank you, thank you. I'm speechless. I'm speechless for the first time in my life. I'm speechless. The fake news media probably likes the thought of me being speechless. But I'm about to get wound up. Is that okay? We don't need to bust people in. We don't need free concerts. We're here because we love America. I think I want to speak to my old friends in the fake news.
They lost the video again.
You know, they've been trying to say specifically that in Arizona,
you know what? This is for whatever reason, Reuters is having a major issue with their camera tonight. So what I'm going to do is I might show you as a backup. Well, I can use right side as a backup. I can definitely do that for Trump. I was hoping, it seemed like they had it fixed and then it just broke again. So I definitely want to show you when Trump is speaking. I'd like to show you a little of this. Let me pull the right side feed and put the caption out on the screen for them so you can see a little more, see some of that. But yeah, I'm sorry. Usually we have better, again, it's pretty rare for the Reuters feed to have issues like that. I see it says further live coverage is expected. Well, let me wait a second. It's not Trump yet. So clearly they're trying to fix things there. So let's just hang up. We'll talk more about Germany and then we'll go back. If Trump is speaking, I will either use the Reuters footage, and if it's not working, I'll use the right side footage. Okay? So I will. But let me just get you another update on what's going on in Germany before we go to Trump speaking. Because we'll definitely be covering Trump speaking. Okay? So just to update you again on Germany, Yeah, guys, we're covering both things. So I, if you don't like one of the two things, then you're going to be out of luck because we're going to be covering both things. Just, that's what we're doing here. Let's see what the AP article says again. The AP article says, sorry, I want to take that off. An attack at a festival in German city kills 3 people and wounds 4 seriously, police say. 3 people were killed and 4 were seriously wounded in an attack on Friday at a festival in the western German city of Solingen, which is about 160,000 people live there. It is near Dusseldorf, near the Netherlands. Police said the perpetrator was on the run. German news agency DPA reported. It cited unidentified police sources as saying the weapon was said to be a knife. The attack happened on a central square, the Fraunhof, which is, from what I can tell, the Fraunhof is right here. It's this square in Solingen right there, this centrally located square. Right there. See, it says Fraunhof right in there. It says, one of the festival organizers, Philip Muller, appeared on stage and asked festival goers to please keep your eyes open because unfortunately the perpetrator hasn't been caught. He said many people had been wounded by a knifeman. At least 1 helicopter was seen in the air, which we actually showed you. This is Air Nav Radar Box. That is a police helicopter which has been flying in circles around the city. Again, that is Air Nav Radar Box, radarbox.com. And going back to the story, it says, by the way, our viewer Martin Hayes says, I live like 30 miles north of there, a city renowned for its knife and metalworks. That's what Martin says. The mayor, we showed you the mayor's Facebook post. Has the mayor updated their page? Let's see. No, the mayor's page says, tonight we are all in Solingen in shock, fright, and great sadness. We all wanted to celebrate our city anniversary together and now have to mourn the dead and injured. Breaks my heart that there was an assassination attack on our town. Tears in my eyes when I think of those we have lost. I pray for those who are still fighting for their lives. Also, to all the people who witnessed this, my great sympathies. It must have been terrible pictures. I thank all the emergency and security forces for their service. I ask that if you believe, pray with me, and if not, if don't, then hope with me. From Tim Gersbach, the mayor. The article also says, the local newspaper Solinger Tageblatt quoted Celine Derricotz, its reporter covering the festival, as saying, the atmosphere is spooky. She said a party atmosphere had turned to shock within minutes and she saw festival goers weeping. The Festival of Diversity, marking the city's 650th anniversary, began on Friday and was supposed to run through Sunday with several stages in central streets offering attractions such as live music, cabaret, and acrobatics. Solingen has about 160,000 residents and is located near the bigger cities of Cologne and Dusseldorf. Germany's top security official, Interior Minister Nancy Faeser, recently proposed toughening weapons laws to allow only knives with a blade measuring up to 6 centimeters to be carried in public rather than the length of 12 centimeters, which is allowed now. And remember, Reuters in their story on this, they said in the Reuters story here, multiple dead after stabbing attack at festival in Western Germany, they said fatal stabbings and shootings in Germany are relatively uncommon. Fatal stabbings, I don't know if you can see it here. It's down at the bottom. You can't see it, but it's below the screen. It says, fatal stabbings and shootings in Germany are relatively uncommon. Witnesses said a perpetrator was at large. Bild newspaper reported a man knifed passers-by at random at the festival around 9:45 p.m. At least 3 dead and multiple wounded. Oh, I wonder if we can find the local police report on X. Let me see if I can find that for you. And Trump is not speaking yet. We will be showing you coverage when Trump is speaking. Hang on a moment here. The Solingen, Germany police, would they have their own account, or would it be like the state police? I'm not sure. Hang on a second. Let me just look for a second here. Somebody might have messaged me with it too. Sorry, there's just a lot going on right now. I'm got a lot to show you. If someone finds the police account, if you want to DM me with it on X, that'd be good, because I don't know where the police account is. It might be like the Rhine-Westphalia police or something. I don't know. Oh, just search for Police Solingen. Is that what it's under? Says Itani. I looked, but there's no account called that. There's no account called that. Oh, DevMan mentioned me something. DevMan, I think, sent it to me. Thank you, DevMan. I think we got it. NRWW. I got it. Thank you, DevMan. I got it, guys. Look. Here it is right here. North NRWW. Police NRWW. There is currently a major police operation during the 650th anniversary celebrations in Solingen. There are several dead and injured due to a knife attack. Please avoid the area of Solingen city center. More information to follow. Thank you to our viewer. I really appreciate that. Yeah, the state is North Rhine. I'm probably pronouncing this wrong. North Rhine-Westphalia. That's the state in Germany. So it's the state police, the police of that region. NRW, I assume, means that. We don't know who did this yet. Okay. So we're waiting to get more footage from there. When Trump starts speaking, we're going to show you that. But Kari Lake is speaking right now. Let me just keep... Soon enough, we'll be going to Trump. So I want to check if I can see if I can get you any more updates on this. Give me one moment here. Thanks for your patience. I'm going to check some other German outlets as well. There was one specifically I want to check. Hold on one sec here. That's what I wanted to check. How many people got stabbed? Bild says around 10. Police say 3 dead and 4 seriously wounded. I found, I think, a local paper. So the local paper, Solinger Tageblatt, they say 3 dead, 3 seriously injured. Now they say 10 stabbed. It sounds like 9 or 10 stabbed. Eyewitnesses reported that the perpetrator fled. There has been no arrest yet. No arrest. And they cancel, according to the local paper, Solinger Tageblatt, they canceled the event after 10 p.m., shortly after 10 p.m. It's like a 3-day festival. I don't know if they're going to have the rest of I don't know if they're going to have it tomorrow or Sunday. So also this local paper talked to a witness who said they were watching like a singer, and then they saw the singer get like a weird expression of like that something was wrong, and then the witness told the local paper that somebody fell over like a meter away from them. And then the person turned around and saw a bunch of people on the ground. Hang on a moment. Let me see if I have any updates for you. Give me a moment here. Let me check some other German sources. Oh, yeah, that's a good question, the local time there. Hang on one sec. Here is the helicopter, the police helicopter flying around. Oh, is it still flying around? The police helicopter left. Guys, the police helicopter has left. For whatever, maybe it had to refuel. But the police helicopter has left. It says the actual, so the time there, sorry. It is, yes, it's 1:11 a.m. So if that's the local time, then the helicopter would have been up there for about 3 hours, or maybe 2 hours and 40 minutes. So I would not be surprised if it's a fuel thing. But it's 1:11 local time there. Our viewer, Bal Bach 9 Fingers, says he has been up around 3 hours, likely refueling. Thanks to Janice McConnell for your support, by the way. I appreciate it, Janice McConnell. Hang on one moment here. Trump is supposed to speak pretty soon. We will have coverage of that when he speaks. Oh, I got video from Germany. Guys, I got more video from Germany right now. Live video from Germany. Here you go. That is live. That's not Glendale. That is Solingen, Germany. Give me a moment. So there's a little bit of live video. It's not showing you that much, but it is live video from the area. Scene of the stabbing, it says. Darkfire thinks it's looking more and more like terrorism. I don't know if it was terrorism. We haven't gotten information on that. I was going to check. Let me check some of the local news outlets, if you give me a second. Oh, sorry, I spelled it wrong. My fault. There's a typo. It's with an N. I got mixed up. It's Solingen, not or. It's in Solingen. Thank you. Sorry about that. My bad. Somewhere during the stream, I started pronouncing it wrong and spelling it wrong. So that's my fault. Solingen, I think it is.
Aber die, wie gesagt,
I am looking at a different outlet right now. Focus Online, a German outlet, says police say no clue to his whereabouts. According to police, 3 dead, 4 seriously injured. The perpetrator is still on the run. Police say we have no clue to his whereabouts, according to focus.de. Also, there is no reliable information about the appearance of the suspect. Okay? I'm going to actually post that. So, German police say they have no clue as to the whereabouts of the mass suspect in the mass stabbing attack. Also, that there is no reliable information about the appearance of the suspect.
Der kommt irgendwann zu uns.
So again, that is being reported by Focus Germany, focus.de. The police say we have no clue to his whereabouts, and they also say that there's no reliable information about the suspect's appearance. Oh, the festival has been canceled too. So this
Machen wir es hier?
Sollen wir es hier machen?
Ja,
Stellen wir
ja.
die
Einmal
hin,
bitte
ja?
einmal aufstellen.
Kommt er jetzt?
Der kommt jetzt.
Haut er noch direkt wieder ab oder bleibt er noch kurz?
What's going on with this person? I didn't see that or hear that.
Sammelt schon jetzt.
Oh, what's this? Oh, I don't know.
Nicht in die erste Reihe.
Weißt doch, wie es geht.
Amy thinks somebody's coming to talk to press. Hey guys, I think we might get some sort of press conference here. I don't know. Maybe somebody can translate. Maybe one of you guys can translate because I don't know German. So somebody can maybe translate in the chat for us.
Roll die Linie hier.
Hallo,
Nee,
Entschuldigung.
hier hin. Wie abgesprochen, hier zu uns noch ein
Kommt doch mal ein
bisschen.
Stück zurück, bitte. Die standen noch
Können Sie
hier.
ein bisschen näher kommen, Herr Reul? Das wäre super.
Wenn Sie noch ein Stück näher rankommen, geht das bitte?
Dann haben wir aber alle kein Bild.
Ja.
Ja, wir.
Das reicht mit dem Mikro.
Ja? Okay.
If somebody can translate in the chat, that'd be great.
Das geht natürlich nicht.
Ja, das ist ein schönes Ereignis, was da passiert ist. Und selbst wenn man immer wieder im Kopf hat, welche gefährliche Lage daneben, kommt einem dann sowas so vor, so schon. Und wenn ich das Bild sehe, dann ist mein Kopf ein Gefühl bei den Opfern, bei den Familienangehörigen, bei den Angehörigen der Verletzten, und wir können jetzt nur beten, dass die schwer verletzt sind, dass sie das schaffen. Und ja, und dann muss ich kümmern, wie kriegt man den Täter, der noch flüchtig ist. Die Tat ist ja schon ein paar Stunden her. Aus dem Nichts, so wie bisher berichtet wird, sticht einer mit dem Messer wahllos auf Menschen und bringt sie um. Warum, wieso, weshalb, weiß keiner von uns. Ich kann jetzt nichts sagen zum Motiv, zur Person, sondern weiß ja noch nicht mal, wer es war. Und war ja dann auch relativ zügig weg. Aber Sie sehen, dass hier die Polizei, Nordrhein-Westfalen, alles, was irgendwo helfen kann, im Einsatz ist. Sowohl beim Absperren, beim Sichern, beim Spurensichern, beim Nachforschen. Ganz viele Menschen sind im Moment damit befasst, Bürgerinnen und Bürger zu befragen, Informationen zu sammeln, möglichst viel zusammenzubekommen, um ein Bild davon zu bekommen, was passiert ist, wer das sein kann, wohin er geflüchtet ist und anderes mehr. Das ist alles, was da gemacht wird und was hochprofessionell gemacht wird. Da arbeitet die Polizei auf Hochtouren im Moment. Ich kann aber nicht davon ablenken, dass 3 Menschen tot und 6 schwer verletzt sind. Und deswegen glaube ich, ist das Allerwichtigste im Moment, an die Familien zu denken, zu hoffen, dass die Verletzten das schaffen. Und alle klugen Worte werden jetzt demjenigen, der seine Angehörigen verloren hat, nicht mehr weiterhelfen. Ich glaube, jetzt muss die Polizei einfach sorgfältig ihre Arbeit machen, und wir sollten hier versuchen, soweit das geht, und da können Sie auch behelfen, jetzt nicht zu spekulieren, was hätte, könnte, wäre und hätte möglicherweise sein können. Es gibt im Moment keine Fakten, die irgendwie belastbar sind. Keine. Die werden jetzt gesammelt, die müssen ausgewertet werden. Wenn ich was in den letzten Jahren meiner Ministertätigkeit gelernt habe, dann ist, wenn Polizei ordentlich arbeitet, dann braucht sie Zeit und Geduld. Ermittelt kann man eben nicht mal so eben machen. Eine schnelle Nachricht, selbst wenn irgendeiner der Anwohner, der Menschen, die hier waren, irgendwas Wichtiges sagt, das muss ja nicht wahr sein. Vieles ist ja auch vom Augenblick geprägt. Dann muss das abgewogen werden, entschieden werden. Vielleicht der letzte Satz noch. Eine ganze Menge Menschen, Notfallhilfe, GSU-Teams von allen möglichen Organisationen hier einsetzen, die sich um sowohl die Einsatzkräfte kümmern, aber erst recht um diejenigen Menschen, die dabei waren, die es gesehen, die es erlebt haben, und die natürlich auch, wenn sie jetzt gar keinen körperlichen Schaden haben, trotzdem schwer angesprochen sind. Daran denken wir in diesen Tagen viel zu selten. Ich will da eben kurz auch nur am Rande mit einigen reden können, weil die ja alle sehr beschäftigt sind. Das ist eine wahnsinnig wertvolle Tätigkeit, die die Männer und Frauen da machen. Und ich glaube, dass die jetzt sind. Also wahrscheinlich machen die im Moment das Wichtigste für diejenigen, die betroffen sind.
Was denken Sie, was müsste denn getan werden, damit sowas ja in Zukunft sicherer wird, also so Veranstaltungen?
In solchen Momenten unter uns habe ich keine Lust, darüber nachzudenken. Was hätte, wäre, wenn und so weiter. Wir machen in der Polizei, im Verfassungsschutz, wir machen in den letzten Jahren unendlich viel, um solche Taten zu verhindern. Und das Wichtigste ist sicherlich, frühzeitig mitzubekommen, wenn sich irgendwo was zusammenbraut oder bei einem Menschen sich was verändert oder irgendeiner auffällig wird oder irgendwelche Taten geplant werden. Aber das Schwerste ist immer, denn ich kenne keinen Wahrsager, der uns da helfen könnte, wenn irgendjemand als Einzeltäter unterwegs ist, wie das hier sehr wahrscheinlich der Fall war, der, warum auch immer, meinte, er müsste das sich heute so benehmen. Es wird immer solche Situationen auch weitergeben, befürchte ich. Wir können immer nur besser werden im Früherkennen und da ist das Thema frühe Information das Entscheidende. Aber alles andere.
Wo waren Sie, als Sie das mitbekommen haben und wie geht es Ihnen nach diesen Bildern?
Ich war zu Hause und habe Fernsehen geguckt, was ganz selten ist. Ich war gerade reingekommen. Und dann kommt der Anruf und dann, wenn man ehrlich ist, man will es ja gar nicht so richtig wahren im ersten Moment. Und dann noch in einer Nachbarstadt. Ich wohne ja hier an der Ecke. Und wenn Sie über den Platz gehen und diese gespenstige Ruhe sehen und ja, was man da alles sieht, will ich gar nicht erklären, aber auf jeden Fall bringt einen schon schwer ins Grübeln.
Wissen Sie, dass verletzt und tot in der Nationalität?
Nein. Es sind Männer und Frauen. Ich weiß nur, bei den Toten, das ist glaube ich eine Frau und zwei Männer.
Sprechen Sie hier von Anschlag oder Terror?
Ja, also die Polizei, ich war ja vorher in Düsseldorf in der Einsatzzentrale. Die haben, als ich da zu dem Zeitpunkt entschieden worden, dass das kein Amoktat ist, sondern ein Anschlag. Und das ist eine Arbeitshypothese natürlich immer nur, die man hat, um vernünftig zu arbeiten. Aber das Vorgehen spricht nicht dafür, dass da einer verrückt durch die Gegend gelaufen ist und dann der wäre ja auch weitergelaufen, sondern der hat ja gezielt Menschen angegriffen und auch auf die Körperteile gezielt, wo das Wirkung zeigt und ist ja dann auch verschwunden.
Und wann spricht man von Terror?
Ein Anschlag kann ja ein Teil Terror sein, aber das ist ja offensichtlich jetzt erstmal, und deswegen muss man aufpassen, dass wir jetzt nicht anfangen zu spekulieren. Im Moment wissen wir nur, es war ein Mensch, ein Mann.
Hey guys, I'm just going to interrupt for a second. A couple things. First of all, thanks to our viewers for translating in the chat. Our viewers seem to say something like this is a local official, maybe a local interior minister, that according to our viewers, he's saying something like that they don't know who did this, that the perpetrator is still at large, that they're in a state of shock, that they hope the injured people recover. So Trump is going to speak shortly at the rally. And when Trump speaks in Arizona, we're going to actually go to that and show it to you. Now, Reuters actually, I was using the Reuters feed, which I normally do. They had so the speaker is finished. So they had a technical issue with Reuters, and I think they might have lost their feed. But I'm going to use as a backup the Right Side Broadcasting feed. They're nice enough to let me use their feed. So shortly Trump is going to speak, and when Trump speaks, we will go to the Arizona rally, and also RFK Jr. might be appearing at the Trump rally. I'm not sure, but it's been reported that might happen. And then one of our viewers messaged me and said that Trump had posted on his social media. He said, heading to Arizona where I will soon be speaking at Turning Point, big crowd and even bigger surprise. That's what Trump said on his Truth Social account. He said, big crowd and even bigger surprise. So I don't know if he's talking about RFK Jr. Anyways, but Trump is speaking soon, and we will go to it. I'll just have to get it up on the screen for you when it happens. It might take me a second to get it on the screen. Actually, I'm going to take a second right now. Give me a moment to... It's a bit messy here because we've been covering both things. So let me just take a second and get the feed on the screen for you. Start getting that going. It's a little bit involved to do, actually. I appreciate you bearing with me. This is still Germany here. And then after Trump speaks, I'll give you guys another update about Germany, okay? And that is the official getting into his car, apparently. Thank you also to Pixel Pandal. Pixel Panda says his name is Herbert Rule. Now, Pixel Panda said he said it was a terror attack. Is that true? I'll have to check and see. I don't know. Yes, that is Herbert Rule. If you go to Google, go to Wikipedia, Hold on, look. That's him. Herbert Rule, Minister of Internal Affairs, State Minister of Internal Affairs of some sort in the state of North Rhine-Westphalia. So that's who that was. That was Herbert Rule. Thanks to our Pixel Panda, that was Herbert Rule who spoke. The minister, some of our viewers are saying that he was saying it was a terror attack. I'll have to confirm that because I don't know the language. All right, Trump is about to speak. Let me get Trump on the screen. We will come back and we will update you on the stabbing after Trump speaks. So Trump is about to speak now. Let me get it on the screen for you, okay? So hang on a moment, guys. I appreciate your patience, but I need to get this on the screen for you. So it's going to take a second here. I think they're playing Proud to be an American now. I got to use the right side feed, so because Reuters feed is having issues. So just give me a moment, and I really appreciate Right Side Broadcasting for letting me use their feed. And hang on a moment. Oops. So we're getting the Trump up for you right now. I am getting that up for you right now. Just give me a moment here. All right, there is that. And I got to get up on the screen that this is from Right Side Broadcasting. So let me put that up there. And I'll get sound once he starts speaking. Video courtesy of Right Side Broadcasting. And then we will have an update about the stabbing attack after Trump speaks. Okay? And if I hear anything big, I will jump in during the speech. Oops. Let me just do this real quick. So thanks for bearing with me as we give you double coverage. Make that a little bigger here. Put that there. Okay. So we'll have sound once the music stops. All right, is he speaking now? Hold on. Hang on.
Well, thank you very much, and a very big hello, Arizona. Hello, Phoenix. I'm thrilled to be back in this incredible state with thousands of proud, hardworking American patriots. That's what you are. You built our country. 74 days from now, can you imagine? 74 days. Then we gently move into that beautiful White House and we take over our country and we make it great again. We're going to win Arizona. We're going to defeat Comrade Kamala Harris. And we're going to win back our beautiful White House. We're going to win it back. We're going to win it back in record force. Everyone here tonight is part of the greatest political movement in the history of our country. You know, this is the greatest political movement. It's called Make America Great Again. And it's right now bigger and better and stronger than it ever was before. You know, we won in 2016 and we did much better in 2020. A lot of people don't understand that, but we understand it. Millions and millions more votes. But those two are nothing like the spirit that we have now. It's amazing. And that's because we've seen how bad government can be. That's why it's combinations of a lot of things. But the job they've done in destroying our country is unbelievable, and people have seen it. And because of that, there's never been anything like this. Right, Carrie? Right? Our movement is not about Democrat versus Republican. It's about patriotism and common sense. You have a common sense with a party of common sense. You say what you want. Nice to say conservative, but really with a party of common sense. But the job they've done in destroying our country is unbelievable, and people have seen it. And because of that, there's never been anything like this. Right, Carrie? Right? Our movement is not about Democrat versus Republican. It's about patriotism and common sense. You have a common sense with a party of common sense. You say what you want. Nice to say conservative, but really with a party of common sense. We want fair elections, free elections. We want strong borders. We want a great military. We want home and low interest rates and low taxes and no regulations. That's why we're welcoming support from millions and millions of disaffected Democrats, and they
All right, I'm going to go back to the right.
a little different than it was.
I was trying to use the Reuters feed. Let me go back to the right side.
I was
feed.
up
Hold on.
18 points, and they said, Joe, you can't win. You're getting out of the race. No, I want to go and give it a shot. No. That effort. A friend of mine said, you did a terrible job in the debate. I said, why do you say that? Everybody said I was brilliant. They said, no, you got him out of the race with that debate. It's all right. We have to do what we have to do, right? We have to do what we have to do. And now we have somebody that, in theory, should be easier to beat. In theory, because she's a radical left Marxist, and everybody knows it. But we're welcoming the support from millions of disaffected Democrats, independents, moderates, old-fashioned liberals who still believe in things like, little things like borders. I was there yesterday. That's a scary place. Sir, it's about time that you get out of the sun, sir. We're going to have to get you out of here, sir. Let's get the hell out of here. She was the border czar. She presided over the worst border in history, not American history, world history. Democracy, liberty, and, of course, always the right of free speech. We don't really have free speech right now. The press, look at all of them. Look at all of them. Look at that. Wow. Man. That's a lot of press. That's a lot of fake news. That's a hell of a lot of fake news. Gone forever is the old Democratic Party of FDR, JFK, and that's right, even Bill Clinton. Kamala Harris's Democrat Party is the party of free health care for illegal aliens, communist-style price controls, defund the police. All her life she wants to defund the police. A little while ago, she changed, didn't she, huh? Banning gas-powered cars and sex changes for minor children without parental consent. How about that one? How would you like that? Without parental consent. Can you imagine your kid comes home without parental consent? What happened to my baby? What happened? The true divide in American politics today is between these far-left fascists, led by Harris and her group, and you know who her group is, and citizens of all political backgrounds who love our country, share traditional American values, the values that you have right here in this great state, and look past our differences to unite around a thing called our great American flag. And we should speak to our great congressmen and congresswomen. They ought to make it illegal to burn the American flag. If you burn the American flag, you go to jail for 1 year. 1 year, that's all, 1 year. You burn the American flag. Because in Chicago at the Democrat deal, they were burning flags all over the place. You burn the American flag. They say it's unconstitutional to do that. I think it's constitutional. You burn the American flag, you go to jail for 1 year. Nobody's going to be burning the American flag anymore. Our opponents worship the deep state. We want to obliterate the deep state. Slight difference. Our opponents... Thank you. Our opponents join with warmongers and neocons to wage endless wars, these wars that never end. We don't even know who the hell the country is that we're fighting. We believe that America is strongest when America is at peace. We want peace through strength. That's what we want. Like we had 4 years ago. We didn't have any wars, except we wiped out ISIS very quickly. It was supposed to take 5 years to beat ISIS. I did it in 3 weeks. They support coercive COVID vaccine mandates and want to fire you. If you don't obey, you get fired. We oppose these mandates as a fundamental violation of our God-given rights. We don't want the mandates. We don't want the mandates. They want to arrest their political opponents and silence those who disagree. We reject censorship in all forms, and we believe in freedom, open debate, and fair, equal, and impartial justice under the constitutional rule of law. Our opponents slander us as a threat to democracy. Trump is a threat to democracy. No, they're a threat to democracy. How many times have you heard, it's a talking point for them, right, Deb? It's a talking point. Donald Trump is a threat to democracy. And those guys say it too, because they're the same thing. They're like they're a subsidiary of the Democrat Party. Meanwhile, they rig their primaries. They force out Joe Biden. They force him out of the party. Joe Biden got 14 million votes in an unconstitutional coup, and they appoint a nominee who never got a single vote. And when she ran against this guy, and I'm no fan, he was the worst president in the history of our country. He let in millions and millions of people through her. Let in millions of people would destroy our country. But we're going to get those people out, the people that came in here from jails and prisons and mental institutions. But they threw them out. They ran against each other for the primary, and she never even made it to the first state, the great state of Iowa. Never made it. And now she's the one running. A little strange, isn't it? You see, that's really a threat to democracy if you get right down to it, right? In our movement, we know that democracy does not mean rule by the Democrat establishment. It means rule by the American people. Tonight, I'm very pleased to welcome a man who has been an incredible champion for so many of these values that we all share, and we've shared them for a long time. I don't think too many of you people have heard of him. He's very low-key. He's a very low-key person, but he's highly respected. He is a great person. I've known him for so long. For the past 16 months, Robert F. Kennedy Jr.
I gotta not play the music. So RFK Jr. is appearing on stage with Trump in Glendale, Arizona, after he suspended his campaign and endorsed Trump earlier today. So I will put as soon as the music stops playing, I will put the audio back on. Very much appreciate Right Side Broadcasting for letting us use their footage in this emergency when the Reuters footage was not working. So Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is indeed there. He is there at the rally with Trump on stage. How about that? Oh, the music is still...
Whoa! And he deserves it. He deserves it. For the past 16 months, Bobby has run an extraordinary campaign for President of the United States. I know, because he also went after me a couple of times. I didn't like it. And I mean this sincerely. Had he been allowed to enter the Democrat primary, he would have easily beaten Joe Biden, but they wouldn't let him in. They put up rules. I've never seen rules like he had to have 65% of the vote in order to run, you know, little things like that. His candidacy has inspired millions and millions of Americans, raised critical issues that have been too long ignored in this country, and brought together people from across the political spectrum in a positive campaign grounded in the American values of his father, Robert Kennedy, a great man, and his uncle, President John F. Kennedy. And I know that they are looking down right now, and they are very, very proud of Bobby. I'm proud of Bobby, you want to know the truth. And I don't think I've ever introduced anyone that got applause like he just got. I must tell you, I don't think it's true. I don't think I've ever introduced anybody that got applause like that. Amazing. It's true. Amazing. Soon after I can't even believe I have to say this, nearly assassinated in Pennsylvania last month, Bobby called me to express his best wishes. He knows firsthand the risks incurred by leaders who stand up to the corrupt political establishment. When you stand up, you bring on some trouble for yourself, but you have to do what's right. You have to do what's right. Soon after I can't even believe I have to say this, nearly assassinated in Pennsylvania last month, Bobby called me to express his best wishes. He knows firsthand the risks incurred by leaders who stand up to the corrupt political establishment. When you stand up, you bring on some trouble for yourself, but you have to do what's right. You have to do what's right for the country. I will tell you, we are both in this to do what's right for the country. That's one thing I can tell you. He lost his father and uncle in service to our country, and Bobby himself was subject to repeated threats to his safety during the course of his campaign while being denied protection by the Harris-Biden administration. And this is a tribute in honor of Bobby. I am announcing tonight that upon my election, I will establish a new independent presidential commission on assassination attempts. And they will be tasked with releasing all of the remaining documents pertaining to the assassination of President John F. Kennedy. And they will also conduct a rigorous review of the attack last month. But I tell you, I have never had more people ask me, please, sir, release the documents on the Kennedy assassination. And we're going to do that. And I also want to salute Bobby's decades of work as an advocate for the health of our families and our children. Nobody's done more. Millions and millions of Americans who want clean air, clean water, and a healthy nation have concerns about toxins in our environment and pesticides in our food. That's why today I'm repeating my pledge to establish a panel of top experts working with Bobby to investigate what is causing the decades-long increase in chronic health problems and childhood diseases, including autoimmune disorders, autism, obesity, infertility, and many more. We want every child in America to grow up and to live a long and healthy life. So I just want to ask Bobby to speak for a little while. I'll stand aside. I'm going to stand aside. But I can only tell you, I've known him a long time. We've been a little bit on the opposite side of the equation.
Let me get the right side feedback
I
up.
still think of him as young. He's not that young. I always call him young, but he's not that young. But he is a phenomenal person, a phenomenal man who loves the people of this country as much as anybody can love the people of this country. So, Bobby, please say a few words. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, President Trump. Thank you. Hours after the assassination attempt at Butler, I got a call from a safe food advocate named Kelly Means that they're supposed to regulate. And he said to me that he'd been advising me for many years and on my campaign. And he told me that night that he was also advising President Trump. And he asked if I would talk to President Trump. And I said, of course. And about a few minutes later, I got a call from the president. And we talked, we had a very good talk, and then he invited me to come see him the next day, and I went to Minneapolis and saw him. We met again a couple of weeks later in Florida, and we talked about, not about the things that separate us because we don't agree on everything, but on the values and the issues that bind us together. And one of the issues that he talked about was having safe food and ending the chronic disease epidemic. Our children are now the unhealthiest, sickest children in the world. Don't you want healthy children? And don't you want the chemicals out of our food? And don't you want the regulatory agencies to be free from corporate corruption? And that's what President Trump told me that he wanted. He also told me that he wanted to end the grip of the neocons on U.S. foreign policy. He said he didn't want any more $200 billion wars in Ukraine, that we could use that money back here in the United States. And the best way to build a safe America is to rebuild our industrial base and rebuild the middle class in this country. And don't you want a president who's going to get us out of the wars and who's going to rebuild the middle class in this country? And he told me that he wanted to end the censorship because the whole basis of American democracy is the free flow of information. And we know that a government that can silence its opponents has license for any kind of atrocity. And can you think of any time that you can look back in history and say that the people who were censoring were the good guys? They're always the bad guys, because it's always the first step down that slippery slope to totalitarianism. And don't you want a president who's going to protect America's freedoms? And who is going to protect us against totalitarianism? And I want to ask you again, don't you want a safe environment for your children? Don't you want to know that the food that you're feeding them is not filled with chemicals that are going to give them cancer and chronic disease? And don't you want a president that's going to make America healthy again? Thank you all very, very much, and God bless you, and God bless America.
Wow, that was something, huh? That was something. Fantastic guy. You know, he did well, and the polls are good and all, but you have to remember we have sort of like a two-party system. It was designed that way, and it's awfully tough. And as well as he did, he'd be at 10 and 15 and 16 points sometimes. That's a lot. That's a lot. But if he were in a regular system, like as a Democrat or perhaps as a Republican, but not against me, of course. But if he were in a regular system, there are a lot of people that maybe liked him the best, but they said, we can't vote. So with all of those votes he was getting, he has a lot of votes that he could have gotten. I think he's going to have a huge influence. We're leading now, but I think he's going to have a huge influence on this campaign. Actually, much bigger than you'd see in the polls, and those numbers are big to start off with, but Bobby and I will fight together to defeat the corrupt political establishment and return control of this country to the people. And to all who supported Bobby's campaign, I very simply ask you join us in building this coalition. It's a beautiful coalition in defense of liberty and safety, prosperity and peace. It's going to be an incredible coalition, and the relationship has been so good for so long. I have no doubt it's going to work and work well. But we have to win. We have to take our country away from these people that are going to destroy our country. We won't have a country left. So thank you very much. We need your vote. As you all know, this week the Democrats held their convention. You probably saw it, their party. The media says the big message from their convention was that we need to turn the page from the failures of the last 4 years. Do you believe it? They forgot. They've run it for the last 4 years. She was saying last night, we will stop the abuse. We will stop the high taxes. I said that you could have done it 3.5 years ago. In fact, you could leave that nice auditorium that you're in and go to the White House right now. You want to have a strong border? All you have to do is say to the incredible Border Patrol, ICE, law enforcement, close the border now. You don't need bills. I did it. And we had the best border in history. Put up that chart. Put it up. That chart. I love that chart. I love that chart. Put it up. But I love that chart. Not everybody realizes, but that chart is very meaningful. Even beyond the numbers that are on the chart, it shows the least numbers of illegal immigrants pouring into our country. Again, prisons from mental institutions, terrorists, where the bottom arrow is. But you know what? That chart is meaningful in many ways. Some people understand what I'm talking about. I love you, darling. I love you. I'm going to sleep with that chart tonight, Deb. I'm going to sleep with that chart. But isn't that a beautiful sight? Look at that. Look at that arrow. And then look what happens when that was my last week in office. And look what happens after I left. It's like a rocket ship. Look at that. Isn't that terrible? No vetting, no checking. We have no idea who they are. They just pour into our country by the millions and millions and millions. We need to turn the page of 4 years of calamity and failure. They have had calamity and failure, and say, Kamala, you've done a horrible job. You've been the worst vice president in the history of our country. Kamala, you're fired. You're fired. Get out. Get out. Get out, Kamala. She's the only person ever to get a nomination of a party without getting one vote. She didn't get one vote. Hey, maybe she's smarter than we think. You know, you could look at it that way. As vice president, Kamala cast the deciding votes, causing the worst inflation in decades, costing the typical American household $28,000. Think of this, higher prices. It was inflation, $28,000. As border czar, she flooded America with savage illegal alien criminals who have been raping, pillaging, and killing our cities and our towns. 3 years ago this week, she was the final vote on the catastrophic Afghanistan withdrawal. And we were withdrawing, but we were going to withdraw with dignity, with grace, and with strength. We would have been out faster, but we were going to keep Bagram. But that was the most embarrassing event in the history of our country, leading to horrific war and humiliation all over the world. When Putin saw that, he invaded Ukraine. It brought a lot of people back because they said the United States is run by incompetent people. The United States is no longer respected. It's no longer strong. That's what they said. A lot of these things that you're seeing now wouldn't have happened except for the horrible, horrible event of Afghanistan. You know, I was dealing with the leader of Afghanistan, Abdul, and I said, Abdul, you can't kill our people. He was killing our people. And I had a strong talk with him. I'm not going to get into it exactly. We went 18 months without one soldier being sniped at or shot at. Not one soldier injured or killed. And then we had a tremendous election where we did probably 10 or 12 million more votes than we got the first time. You know, most presidents don't get as many votes the second time because people get bored, but they don't get bored with me. They get bored. No, they get bored. Like Barack Hussein Obama got far fewer votes the second time, and he won. He won. Have you heard of him, Barack Hussein Obama? Remember Rush Limbaugh? Barack Hussein Obama. He was nasty to me. You know, he was nasty. Michelle was nasty. They're all nasty. Nasty people. They were very nasty. I was surprised. I thought he was, and I was sort of nice to him. I said, no, you know, I like him. Good. It didn't matter. They were nasty to me. And, of course, last night, Kamala mentioned my name, I think, 21 times. She didn't mention the border. She didn't mention inflation. She didn't mention anything but my name over and over and over again. She blamed me for the border. I haven't been there in 4 years. You saw it. I had the safest border, the best border we've ever had. She blamed me for the border. They lied so much. They lied about everything. She said I was involved with something called Project 25. I don't even know what the hell it is. No, they really were nasty. And then they say to me, sir, please stick to policy. Don't stick to personality. You should be nice to people, sir. You have to be nice. I call them up. My geniuses, they get paid a fortune. Actually, not that much. But I call up my people. I say, they're knocking the hell out of me, and you say I shouldn't get personal. I have to get personal, don't I? I have to get personal. I have to get personal. They get personal. But I'm going to do my best. So they're allowed to get personal with me, but I'm not allowed to get personal to them. They call me names that are so bad. Our great First Lady says, but you're not that way, darling. They love our great First Lady, I will tell you that. They do. They do. But darling, you're not that way. I said, I know that. And if I say something just slightly out of order, like, she didn't do a very good job last night, please never, ever mention look or anything like that. If you ever say, she didn't look really great, that's the end of your political career, so I wouldn't say a thing like that. How about her opening where she said, thank you, 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 thank you. I said, what the hell is wrong with her, Deb? Debbie Lesko, she's a winner. Is that Sheriff Joe? Oh. That's Sheriff Joe. Look at that. A legend. You know, Sheriff Joe's looking at these clowns where they have no idea what they're doing, where people come in by the millions. He had nobody come in. Remember, he dressed everybody in pink. Remember that, right? Is that right, Joe? They had to dress in pink. I mean, it wasn't the worst thing. It wasn't bad. I mean, you know, you got a lot of killers that had a dress. But pink underwear, pink undershirt, and a pink outfit. Because he didn't want them coming into our country. Do you remember Arizona when Sheriff Joe was at the border? You didn't have people coming in. I think for the 1 year, he had one person come in, but they got him. Now we have 3 million people coming in through your border. Your border. Oh, through the whole thing, it's ridiculous. It's not. Joe, it's an honor. And I'll tell you, people didn't treat you right. You are a legend, and you did a job like nobody else. True. Great going, Joe. And we love your wife. He lost his wife a few years ago, and she was a hell of a woman, right, Joe? But she's looking down at you, and she's proud of you. She's saying, you did very well with this group of people. But I've known you for a long time, and there was nobody like him. He understood the border better than anybody, and he ran it fairly. He ran very fair, but he ran it strong, and they respected him. They didn't even try. So thank you very much, Joe. And your wife is... she's proud of you. She's proud of you. Very proud of you. We're grateful to be joined tonight by the founder of Turning Point Action, a gentleman named Charlie Kirk. Thank you, Charlie. What a job he does. I said, Charlie, do me a favor. We got this thing won, but do me a favor, make sure they don't cheat. The only way they can do anything is if they cheat like hell, and we've been victims of that. Make sure they don't cheat, Charlie. We don't need the votes. We just want to make sure that they don't cheat. Hello, Sheriff. How are we doing? How are you guys doing? Good. Thank you. We need every sheriff to get over there, every law enforcement official, because we got the votes. We got to make sure everything's on the up and up. Charlie and his team of people, I mean, he's got hundreds of thousands of young people. It's actually quite discriminatory. Charlie, have you ever been sued by old people for not accepting them? He's got the youngest looking group of people, and they're warriors. They're unbelievable. The job Charlie has done is incredible. Thank you, Charlie. Thank you, Charlie. The job he's done is really incredible. Also with us is an incredible congresswoman who has decided to go onto a certain board. Do you know what I'm talking about? The most important board maybe in the whole country. And she's going to make sure everything's on the up and up. Debbie Lesko. Debbie, thank you, Congresswoman. Thank you, Debbie. You make sure, Debbie. She just won a big election by a massive, well, you won that election easy, didn't you? She won it pretty easy. Another person who's a friend of mine, he's a warrior for a long time. He's great. He loves his state, he loves our country. Andy Biggs, Congressman Andy Biggs. Thank you, Andy. Thank you. And two other warriors, a young one and a little bit older one, but boy, they are tough. You don't get tougher than Eli Crane and Paul Gosar. Paul Gosar. Great, thank you, Eli, great, great. Beautiful, great people. And the next congressman from Arizona's 8th District, Abe Hamadeh. Wow. He's gonna be good for a long time. He's a young gentleman. Great, Abe, great job, great heart. He went through a tough one. Arizona GOP chairwoman, she is doing a job. Gina Swoboda. Gina, she is doing a job. And a very good friend of mine, the next senator from Arizona, I really believe this. Look, she's running against, we don't have to do a big, I was going to bring her up. I was going to say, come on, Carrie, speak. But she just spoke for half an hour. What the hell am I going to do here? But I will tell you, she's running against a guy who's a rubber stamp for, it used to be Biden. Now, who the hell knows? I don't even know. Do we know who it is? Who a rubber stamp for somebody. But Ruben Gallejo is horrible. He's an open borders maniac. He's a defund the police maniac. He shouldn't be allowed to even run in this election against her because Carrie Lake is incredible. She's incredible. She's tough. She's smart. She's got heart. And she should be your next senator. I hope you win this sucker because you are winning. You're running against a guy that cannot carry your shoes. I'm being nice. You know the expression, can't carry her shoes. And you're going to have a big victory, and we're going to work together, and we're going to make sure we win this state. I say this presidentially, if we win this state, which we're expected to, we're leading and all of that, we win the presidency, and we have to take Carrie Lake with us. Go get him. Go get him, Carrie. Go get him, Carrie. Very important. And honestly, and forget, we all know Carrie. She's been a newscaster for 22 years. Everybody knows her. She's just she's never had a problem. She's solid as a rock. This guy is a frickin' loser. He's a loser. So with that, we'll go on. But good luck, Carrie. We love you. Special. Since Democrats didn't talk about Kamala's horrendous record last night, we will. For nearly 4 years, Comrade Kamala Harris. I use that term, I don't know if it's good. Is it good or not, tell me? Let's do a poll. Let's do a poll. I love these free polls. Instead of spending $250,000 to a pollster that doesn't even poll, You know what they do? They take your money, they say, let's see, all right, 49 to 51, all right. It's one of the greatest businesses in history. I get a free poll here. Do you like the name? She's a radical left lunatic, okay? She's a defunder of the police. She wants to defund all the things that we talk about. Do I call her Comrade Kamala Harris or do I not? Ready? Ready? What do I do there? You tell me. You could tell me better than anybody. Okay, ready? I'll say yes or no. Yes. No. Comrade Kamala Harris. Has overseen a nation-wrecking border invasion. This is a nation-wrecking. It's an invasion. You know, one of the ways I built hundreds of miles of wall. I was there yesterday. I looked up and down. I said, man, I built a lot of wall. And we could have put up 200 miles more, but they didn't want to do it. And that's when I said, you know, I think they really want open borders. But we built much more wall than I said I was going to build. And you couldn't see the end of it yesterday. You couldn't see the end. We had a news conference, but it's a dangerous area. It's a dangerous area because of her, because of him. But he put her in charge, you know, whether she's borders are. And that's what she was called. Only recently did she say she doesn't have that. But you know what? She has been the worst manager. And the Border Patrol never even saw her. They never even met her. She's in charge of it. They never even met her. And you suffered the price. She's allowed at least 20 million illegal aliens into our country, including millions and millions of unvetted fighting-age men from 159 countries. You know, it's no longer just South America. They come from Africa, the Congo. They come from a lot of coming from jails in the Congo. Let me tell you, these people, the nice thing, they make our criminals look like the nicest people on earth. That's how tough they are. They come from the Middle East. They come from areas that we're fighting. They come from enemy terrain. They come from all over the world, and they do come from South America, but not only from South America. 159 different countries in the last year, and they're totally unchecked and unvetted. Every single year she's been in office, she has set an all-time high illegal border crossings record, triple and quadruple what the year before, where I'd have like 150,000 and she'd have 2.5 million. What she has done to this country, nobody can tell you. You know, she destroyed San Francisco as the district attorney. She destroyed California. You know that. This is a woman that's going to take, she destroyed California. She had a policy. If you steal less than $950, you're allowed to keep it. You can go. We're not going to prosecute. So criminals are walking into stores, mean, nasty guys, rough guys, and they take calculators and they calculate. Let's say I want to get up. They walk out, then they walk back in. The whole thing. This is who we're going to have running our country? I don't think so. And nobody lies like her. She's a liar. She makes up crap. She's the one going to raise. You know, she said, Donald Trump is going to raise. You know why? She said I was going to raise it. Because I'm going to put tariffs on other countries coming into our country. And that has nothing to do with taxes to us. That's a tax on another country. And I did it with China, and we had no inflation. You know, I had no inflation. I took in hundreds of billions of dollars from China, and not one other president took in 10 cents. They were all, oh, China, we're afraid of China. We're afraid of China. According to a new DHS report, Kamala Harris also lost, and this is impossible to believe. Listen to this. 325,000 migrant children are gone. They're missing. She allowed them to be trafficked into our country. Many of these children are now in sex slavery or they're dead, probably mostly dead. They will never see their homes or their parents again. They were swiped out of their homes. They were taken out of their homes. 300, this is a government number, 325,000 children, sex slaves, or they're dead. Many are dead. Hamas has so little respect for Kamala and Joe Biden, crooked Joe Biden, that the hostages that they're talking about all the time, I believe they're largely gone. I believe they're largely gone. So sad. When you look at what happened, when you look at that attack on October 7th, I believe they're gone. And the reason they're not negotiating, you know, it says Hamas has decided not to negotiate because what they want back are the hostages. And I think those hostages, for the most part, aren't around anymore. And so they said, oh boy, we can't really negotiate because we don't have the hostages. The hostages are largely gone. How sad, how terribly sad. If they feared and respected Joe Biden and Kamala, they would never have killed those hostages. They would have never attacked. They would never have attacked when I was president. Iran was broke. Iran was broke. I told China, if you spend any money on buying oil from Iran, you'll never do business in the United States again, and we're going to put a 200% tariff on you. And Iran was broke, and they had no money for Hamas, and they had no money for Hezbollah. You can check your numbers. Look at it. When my last year, they had no money. We had no terrorism. You know, for 4 years, I didn't have any terrorism. Do you notice that? None. And when they asked Viktor Orban, the prime minister of Hungary, very strong guy, what is the reason that things are so bad now? The Middle East is blowing up. Russia's blowing up with Ukraine. There's wars starting all over the place. Looks like bad things could happen in Taiwan with China. What's the reason? He says, you got to get Donald Trump back as president. You won't have any problems. That's what he said. It's true. It's true. They respected your country. They respected your leader, but they respected our country. Now they laugh at our country. Our country has become a joke. She's provided deportation immunity to the vast majority of criminal aliens living inside the United States and is importing MS-13 gang members, known as the most violent gang of them all, into our cities and into our high school. Think of it, they're coming into our high schools. Kamala has set loose thousands of Venezuelan gang members who, according to law enforcement bulletins, have been given a license to shoot American police officers. You know that, right? Under Harris, ICE deportations are at the lowest level in history, the history of our country. She supports deadly sanctuary cities. Now, of course, she's flip-flopping on everything. You do know that, right? You know that, Joe? She's flip-flopping on everything. Debbie, right? She's a flip-flopper. Andy, she's a flip-flopper. She flip-flops on everything. Because she was polled, she said she didn't do too well. That's probably why she was the first out of 22 people. I can't get over it. She was the first failure. And now she's running. Oh, we're going to beat her. I look forward to the debate, too. I do look forward to the debate. Look forward to it. She called for abolishing ICE. These are great patriots who are tough as hell. You need tough people. She's compared ICE agents to the KKK. She wants to repeal the federal law that makes illegal immigration a crime, making illegal immigration totally legal. It's okay to come into our country. She wants to release all of the thousands of criminal illegal aliens that are locked up in detention centers, and these are the toughest of them all. She wants to release them into our country. We have detention centers for the toughest of them all. She says, we're going to release them. Now, maybe they'll ask her tonight, oh, no, I would never do that. She might change. She's changing on everything. But don't forget, if the election ever went haywire, if they can find a way to cheat enough and she wins, in quote, she wins, she's going to do everything that you wouldn't dream of, including no fracking. She didn't discuss fracking last night. No fracking in Pennsylvania. I can't imagine she could do well in Pennsylvania. 500,000 jobs are involved with fracking. and a huge amount of their budget, everything's involved with fracking, and she's against it. In her speech last night, she lied about almost everything. She lied when she said, I was going to raise taxes. No, I'm lowering taxes. She's the one. She lied and said that, oh, this is the best. I'm going to be the one, and I was already there. I didn't touch your Social Security, and a lot of Democrats wanted me to. She lied when she said that I want to cut Social Security and Medicare. No, she wants to cut it because she wants to have the illegal immigrants coming into our country to go on Social Security and Medicare, which will destroy Social Security and Medicare. It's Kamala Harris who cast a tie-breaking vote to cut Medicare by $266 billion. She cut your Medicare, remember this, by $266 billion, and then promised mass amnesty last night to 20 million illegal aliens and make them American citizens, which will absolutely obliterate your Social Security and your Medicare, ultimately leaving those programs bankrupt and our seniors desperate and poor. And remember, when you talk about all of those hundreds of billions of dollars, you know what she's putting that money into? The Green New Scam. She took it out of your Medicare. She's putting it into one of the greatest ever, one of the great voices of sport. Stand up. Let's see if anybody knows who the hell you are. Good job. He's a good man. He's done a good job. But she took it out and she wants to put it in. She put it into the Green New Scam. She said the border was safe under her direction. You know, they're the party of disinformation and misinformation. They'll say something 100 times. The border was safe. Did you see last night? The border's safe. The first time she said that was about 2 months ago, and she went like this. The border was safe. She started choking. It's horrible. They are the misinformation, disinformation. They lie. They keep saying the same untruth over and over again. And you know, you're not like in my business. You're not in this political business like these people. You're in other things. You're lawyers and you're carpenters and you're electricians and you're drivers and you're doing a lot of things. By the way, no tax on tips. Remember that? No tax on tips. No tax on tips. She tried that one, and yet in Congress right now they have bills to destroy people that don't. Do you see what's going on? It'll never happen with her. It's guaranteed to happen with me. No tax on tips. But actually, it's the most dangerous and unsafe border anywhere in the world. There's never been a border like it. No country ever. If a country had a border like that, they would fight with sticks and stones if they had to keep the people out. She believes that if you say things enough over and over again, even if they're stone-cold lies, like Project 25, he believes in... I don't even know what the hell it is. I know it's a group of people that got together and they're slightly on the conservative side. And it's unbelievable what they do. It's really unbelievable. She would destroy our country if she was ever elected. Our country will go down the tubes. We'll be in a depression like 1929. We will not have a country any longer. Yesterday, I was at the border with the victims of Kamala's migrant crime wave. One of them is here with us tonight. Michael Morin is the brother of Rachel Morin, who you know about. Rachel was a cherished 37-year-old mom of 5 absolutely incredible children, beautiful woman. Last summer, Rachel was out on a run when she was brutally raped and murdered by an illegal alien who was led into America by Kamala Harris. Let her in. Said, let her in. The animal who committed this heinous crime first killed another woman in El Salvador before walking across the open border. Just walked right in, no problem. He then attacked a 9-year-old girl and her mother in a home invasion in Los Angeles before murdering Rachel in cold blood. Michael, I promise you, in Rachel's memory, we will stop this invasion and we will keep these savage criminals the hell out of our country. Thank you, Michael. Please. Thank you. So sorry, Michael. So sorry. Say hello to your parents and everybody, okay? Thank you. So horrible. We are so sorry, Michael. Thank you for being here. According to her own administration statistics on crime victims, Kamala Harris has presided over a 43% increase in violent crime. These are government numbers, by the way, including 58% increase in rape, 89% increase in aggravated assault, and 56% increase in robbery. During the riots of 2020, she encouraged her followers to donate to bail criminals, looters, and arsonists and killers. People died, including Sean Michael Tillman, a dangerous repeat offender who went on to shoot and kill a Minnesota man 6 times in the head. He shot him 6 times in the head and torso. And Kamala let him out, let him go. While Kamala Harris was DA of Sanctuary City, San Francisco, 20 years ago, maybe the greatest city in the world. Today it's unlivable. She ignored the pleas of victims' family. Please, please let us do, please don't do this to us. And refused to seek the death penalty against an illegal alien MS-13 gang member, one of the worst murderers they've seen in years, who murdered an innocent man and his 2 sons and didn't even remember he did it. As California Attorney General, she redefined child sex trafficking, assault with a deadly weapon, and rape of an unconscious person as a non-violent crime. Comrade Kamala Harris destroyed single-handedly, with some help from the worst governor in our nation, Gavin Newsom, both San Francisco and California itself. He's a terrible governor. What a governor. For years, but you know, she might have picked a worse one. If you look at the numbers in Minnesota, we hope we're going to win Minnesota. You know, it hasn't been won since 1972, Richard Nixon. But we're doing well there, too. But the governor is horrible. You know what he did? He approved a bill to give tampons in every young man's bathroom. Right? Think of that. This is what we have. This is our vice president, our potential president. Tampons in boys' bathrooms. For years, Kamala Harris has pushed legislation to strip police officers of protection, trying to bankrupt them and ruin their lives for doing their jobs. No protection, no immunity, no nothing. She even endorsed defund the police. I will never defund the police. I will only fund the police and fund them with plenty of money and pride. I will always back our law enforcement heroes in blue. We are pleased to be joined tonight by the president of the Arizona Police Association, Justin Harris. Oh, no, he's not a relation. Justin, are you a relation? Last name is Harris, spelled the same. I'm very concerned about this. I'm not really. But Justin Harris is a great gentleman who has a special announcement. Justin, would you please come up? Thank you. It's an interest. I'm not worried about it. Thank you, great. Thank you, great, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Well, good evening, everyone. I'm a little concerned about that illegal immigration chart you put up there. Was that a spike in immigration or the inflation?
Sort of both.
Kind of both, right? Wonderful job those Democrats are doing. My name is Justin Harris. I'm a veteran police sergeant here in Arizona with 25 years of experience and service. And I also have the privilege and the honor to serve as the state president of the Arizona Police Officers Association. The Arizona Police Officers Association is the largest law enforcement association in the state of Arizona, and we represent over 12,000 law enforcement professionals, the men and women that currently serve in our communities each and every day at the local, county, state, and federal law enforcement levels. We cover the entire state. And on behalf of the Arizona Police Association, we are proud to welcome President Trump to the great state of Arizona. And to the wonderful city of Glendale, home of Luke Air Force Base. Folks, these men and women in Luke fly those beautiful F-16 Fighting Falcons of the 309th Fighter Squadron and those beautiful, beautiful F-35 Lightnings. Nothing like hearing those jets flying overhead, which that's the sound of freedom and American ingenuity. Also a special thank you to the Glendale Mayor, Jerry Wires, and the entire City Council for their unwavering support and advocacy for our police officers, active duty military, and our veterans. You're not going to find stronger advocates for our military, our veterans, and our police officers anywhere in the world other than Glendale. Thank you, Mayor and Council. Also, I wanted to give a special thanks to the men and women of the Glendale Police Department, the best and most professional police department in the country. Okay, thank you. With a special thanks to Police Chief Chris Briggs and the other 8 West Valley Coalition departments that allowed us to use their law enforcement officers here today to keep us all safe. Thank you, gentlemen and women. Law enforcement today is perhaps the most complex occupation on earth. It's an honorable profession of service and commitment to others, those who step in the gap between good and evil and to protect our communities, and we do so knowing the risk. Officers are required to make split-second decisions under the most uncontrolled, chaotic, and stressful situations, often at great risk to their own personal safety. Given the literally millions of contacts between officers and the communities annually, with a few exceptions, officers make those decisions correctly as trained and in accordance with the law. But high profile does not mean high frequency. Currently, in this day and age of instant information, social media, and videos, there's an unrealistic expectation of absolute perfection. It is not possible to be perfect every time because we hire from the human race. People are not perfect. Good people can make mistakes. However, the constant orchestrated villainization of police officers has eroded the public's trust. It has encouraged an air of obstinance, disrespect, and assaultive attitudes and behavior towards police officers. What was that name we called her? Was that Comrade Kamala? Was that what it was? Kamala, Comrade. Well, what we do know is she supported defunding the police, and the best term is they wanted to reimagine policing. I don't know what that means. She is part of the radicalized movement to degrade public safety and make our communities less safe. In contrast, under President Trump's first term in office, he always had our backs. Thank you for that. He never rushed to judgment, and he never, ever in a lifetime called to defund the police, ever. And we owe him a debt of gratitude for that. Let's also forget, when President Donald Trump was president, he closed the borders and locked the door. Border czar Kamala Harris opened the door and let everybody in. Borders are Kamala Harris is allowing millions of illegal immigrants into this country, turning each and every state into a border state and flooding American streets with drugs and crime. The Democrats haven't quite figured this out yet, but it's not rocket science. But open borders equals more crime. Close the border. And my gut tells me that there's a gentleman standing up here on stage today that's going to do exactly that. President Donald Trump has in the past and will again make America great again by tackling lawlessness head on. Ceasing the endless flow of illegal immigrants across our southern border and ensuring that police departments across the country have the funding, the training, and equipment necessary to do our jobs. And he's not going to reimagine us doing that. President Trump will stop the multi-million-dollar illicit trade that occurs each and every day at the border. Thanks to Comrade Kamala, with these open borders, the only group that she's enriched is the Mexican cartels, which have expanded to over 160 countries across the world. They've done this by using human beings and human trafficking and treating them like dogs. The flow of illegal drugs in this country is unmatched in history. And they also have illegal vaping devices that are harming our communities and killing our kids, all being imported from China through the cartels. This has to stop. Kamala Harris, as border czar, deliberately obliterated the U.S. border to flood the country with illegals. They canceled the wall. They implemented catch and release and terminated Remain in Mexico and effectively shut down ICE, pulling those agents off of the front line, putting them in administrative duties to do paperwork and change diapers. Meanwhile, the front door of our country is wide open. President Trump will stop this. I've got a serious question. Has the border czar, Kamala, even toured the southern border? Didn't think so. Has President Donald Trump toured the border? Yes, he has. And I heard the cartels went running. On average, there's over 5,000 illegal immigrants are being released into the country every day. Our country. We don't know who they are, don't know where they came from, can't even account for them. For 38 straight months, the monthly border encounters have been higher than even the highest month seen under the Trump administration. You can't tell me this isn't being done deliberately, because it is. In 2023 alone, more than 900,000 illegal immigrants were released into the interior of the U.S., unaccounted for, waiting for court dates, and nobody knows where they're at. That's the entire city of Mesa flowing into our countries, and that's the only ones we know about. Illegal drugs are flowing into this country at an alarming rate, with only 5% being intercepted at the border. Okay. Trump. You got it. Folks, let me finish up here, please. This country, our family, our communities, and everything that each of us holds dear and near to our hearts cannot endure another 4 years of a clueless president that cares more about the color of her curtains than the safety and prosperity of our great country and its people. It is clear who supports law enforcement, law and order, and that's President Trump. His unwavering shown commitment to the rule of law of the men and women, place their lives on the line every day. So if you support national security and want to secure our borders, vote Trump. If you support law enforcement and safe communities, vote Trump. If you support getting our country back on track and making America great again, vote Donald J. Trump for president. And this is why the Arizona Police Association and our 12,000 members, family, and friends are proud to extend our endorsement to Donald J. Trump for President of the United States of America. Thank you. God bless.
Thank you very much. Wow, that's a great endorsement. Means a lot. So just in closing, I want to say that from the moment we take back the White House from Kamala Harris and crooked Joe Biden, crooked is a $4 bill, used to say $3 bill, now we say $4 bill. I believe we're going to have the 4 greatest years in the history of our country. Starting on day 1, I will seal the border and stop the migrant invasion of our country. We will carry out the largest deportation operation in American history, larger even than President Dwight D. Eisenhower in the 1950s, who was a big believer in borders. We will defeat inflation and we will make America affordable again. You're going to have an affordable country again. We will make America the dominant energy producer in the world by far. It won't even be close. Remember, as I always say, we have more liquid gold under our feet than any other country in the world, including Saudi Arabia, including Russia. And we will use it to reduce taxes and energy costs for our people. We will reduce your energy bills in 1 year by more than 50%. That's here and that's everywhere in the country. And that includes heating, air conditioning, electricity, and gasoline for your car. I will turn the United States into a manufacturing superpower more than it has ever been, ever before. We will bring back jobs to America. We will no longer allow foreign countries to take our jobs and to steal our wealth. We will make our own products and we will buy far less from foreign countries than we are buying right now. We're going to make it here. Other countries that make us pay a tax to do business with them will be charged the same tax when they send their product into the United States. It'll be called the Trump Reciprocal Trade Act. And if China or any other country charges us a 100% tax or tariff, then we will charge them a reciprocal tariff of 100 or 200%. In the words of a great president, William McKinley, the protective tariff policy of the Republicans has made the lives of our countrymen sweeter, brighter, and it's the best our citizenship and our civilization can ever have. Better destiny for our people. We ought to take care of our own nation, and we have to take care of our industries first. We have to take care of our country first. It's about time, and it's going to happen starting on January 20th of next year. I will not let Mexico, China, or any other country sell cars into the United States to the detriment of our auto workers all over our country, including in Michigan and South Carolina. United Auto Workers, you're going to vote for Trump because I'm going to bring you back more auto production than you've ever seen in this country before. I will end the ridiculous electric vehicle mandate, cut every job-killing regulation of the Harris-Biden administration, and make our auto manufacturing business bigger, better, and stronger than it has ever been before. And if you relied on Kamala, there would be no auto industry. Within 3 years, you'll never make another car. When I am back in the White House, we will pass large tax cuts for our workers, and there will be, as I said, no tax on tips. And that means if you're a restaurant worker, a bartender, hospitality worker, caddy, barber, mover, driver, or anyone else who relies on tip income, your tips will be 100% yours to keep. You will no longer be harassed by your government. And I will fight for and protect your Social Security and your Medicare with no cuts and no changes in age. We're not going to move it up. They want to move it up 5 years. We're not doing it. Darling, when do we get our Social Security? Well, they just moved it up 5 years. You're not going to happen with me. It's going to happen with them. They're going to destroy your Social Security. And we will have no tax on Social Security benefits for seniors. They destroyed our seniors and everyone else with their horrible inflation. And then they give you small dollars with Social Security and they want you to pay tax. I don't know. We don't need it. We can do it. We have so much else, including that liquid gold. Oh, we're going to go hunting for liquid gold. We will cut wasteful and unnecessary spending, and we will terminate the Green New scam and spend that money on roads, bridges, real infrastructure, and paying down debt. No fake infrastructure that has caused massive inflation with no benefit whatsoever to our population. I will settle the war in Ukraine, and I will end the chaos in the Middle East, and we will restore peace through strike, and it will happen quickly. I will have that war ended before I go to the White House on January 20th. I will have the war in Ukraine ended as president-elect. And we will end the weaponization of government against the American people, including myself, by the way. They've weaponized the government against the political opponent. Can you imagine? But you just saw we won the big case down in Florida. Everyone said, oh. They weaponized it. They got their Justice Department to go after their political opponent, but they're not doing well. I'm the only one that ever happened to where my numbers went up. What do you think about that, Mr. Congressman? I don't think it's ever happened. They go after me and my numbers go up. Somebody's got to explain this. We will rebuild our cities, including Washington, D.C., making them safe, clean, and beautiful once again. And we will keep the U.S. dollar as the world's reserve currency, because right now it is under siege. And this is how we will end the era of inflation, mayhem, and misery under Kamala and Crooked Joe, and unleash safety, prosperity, peace for Americans of every race, religion, color, and creed. Together we will deliver low taxes, low regulations, low energy costs, low interest costs, low inflation. And that's for everyone. We're talking about everyone. We want to make sure everyone can afford groceries, a car, and a home. We will stop the invasion, end migrant crime, support our great police, strengthen our military, build a missile defense shield around our country, keep critical race theory and transgender insanity out of our schools, and we will keep men out of women's sports. We will defend the Second Amendment, and we're going to restore. Those people don't allow it. The fake news doesn't allow it. We will restore free speech in our country, and we will secure our elections, Mr. Congressman. Everyone will prosper, every family will thrive, and every day will be filled with joy and opportunity and hope. But for that to happen, we must defeat Kamala Harris, a new name, We must stop her country-destroying liberal agenda once and for all. We have to put an end to it. So get your friends, get your family, register, volunteer, and get out to vote. We want a landslide that is too big, too rigged, too big, too rigged. Right? Right, Deb? On November 5th, we will save our country. We will save our economy. We will rescue our middle class. We will reclaim our sovereignty and restore our borders. We will put America first, and we will take back our country, and together we will make America powerful again. We will make America wealthy again. We will make America strong again, so strong. We will make America proud again. We will make America safe again. We will make America free again. And we will make America great again. God bless you all. God bless you.
All right, so that was former President Trump in Glendale, Arizona. I really appreciate, big thanks to Right Side Broadcasting. I was going to use our usual feed, the Reuters feed, but the Reuters feed was having lots of problems. So in an emergency, Right Side Broadcasting allowed me to use their feed, and that was really, really nice of them. So I really appreciate them allowing me to use their feed. They cover all things Trump, so if you like Trump stuff, you can check out their channel for more Trump coverage. But again, I really appreciate them letting me use their feed. So we're going to give you an update now on this story we were covering before the rally, which is I want to give you an update on the Germany stabbing, terrible mass stabbing incident in Germany. Looks like around 9 or 10 people were stabbed in Germany. At least three dead, and the stabber is still on the loose. The stabber is still on the loose. So we're going to give you an update on that. We'll just watch Trump leave the arena here, and this was in Solingen, Germany, which is near Dusseldorf. Hey, by the way, thanks to Tim747 for your support. I really appreciate that. Also, thanks Joseph Whitlock for your support, and Adi Chevris, and Will It Flush, and Uncle Lester Cam. Also, Pixel Panda, thank you. Smokin' Thrills, Kerry Poteet. Boz, thanks for your support. RJ as well, one of our mods, thank you. COFL, our new member, thank you. Nevad the Best, thank you as well. And also, as we wait for Trump to make his way, he's just leaving now. Thanks, Tander62 for subscribing on Twitch. And Pixel Panda over there on Twitch, thanks for the bits. Okay, so let's go back here. Again, I really appreciate Right Side Broadcasting. Thank you so much to them for letting us use their footage in an emergency. And I might have some video to show you from Germany from a short while ago. Actually, let me just, I think I have a video to show you from Germany from a short while ago. Let me just pull that up here. If you give me a second here. I need to pull this up. Hang on, let me get this going. Okay, this is today. Today is Friday, yes. Okay, I think that is downloading. One video is downloading. Now I'm going to download the other one. Now I'm going to download the other one for you. Hopefully. Is it working? Yes, there are 2 videos downloading. So I will play you the video shortly. Okay, let's get an update on what happened in Germany. For those who weren't with us earlier. Oops, we got to get rid of that, though. Get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of this. An attack at a festival in a German city kills 3 people and wounds at least 5 seriously. This was a stabbing attack by one person who is not in custody yet. And we don't know a motive yet. We don't have a motive. This was at a city festival in the city of Solingen. I'll show you where that is. So first of all, Solingen is in northwestern Germany. About 160,000 people live there. It is near the Netherlands. It is also near Dusseldorf. It is in North Rhine-Westphalia state, which I'm probably pronouncing it wrong. And it actually happened at a city festival in the Fraunhof, which I believe is this square right here. It actually says on Google Maps, Solingen attack. They were having a festival. I just read, Bild reported that the people got stabbed in front of this stage where musicians were playing. So let's get you an update on this. But the person is not in custody. By the way, thanks to Paul Tissue for the gift membership, and thank you, Stax and Christy for your support. Oh, before we get into this, I do want to say real quick, big thanks to our moderators who are with us. You guys are awesome. Ruth Krafasi and Cynthia Moon are moderating over on YouTube, and Chromite, and RJ and Chromite. Thank you so much for being there on YouTube. Linda Belk and Larry on X. Over there on Twitch, big thanks to A Moment of Lovely, David Green, Idaho Star, I Got That Fire, Papa Bear, and Surly Dev, who are moderating. And on Facebook, Paul Anderson, Kay Lowry Body, Margaret Riley, Christina Neal. I hope I'm not missing anybody else. But big thanks to all of our moderators. Thank you. All right, let's get you. Oh, Cynthia Moon's moderating too. Thank you, Cynthia. So let's get an update here. An attacker with, I think just hold on. Before I get into this, are there new pictures here? Let's see. Just make sure there's nothing graphic in the pictures. I'll show you the pictures in a second. An attacker with a knife killed 3 people and seriously wounded at least 5 late on Friday at a festival in the western German city of Solingen. Witnesses alerted police shortly after 9:30 p.m., this is from Associated Press, to an unknown perpetrator having wounded several people indiscriminately, supposedly a random attack, with a knife and on a central square, the Fraunhof. Police said the attacker was on the run and that they so far had very little information on the man. They believe the stabbings were carried out by a lone attacker. One of the festival organizers, Philip Muller, appeared on stage and asked festival goers to go calmly. Please keep your eyes open because unfortunately the perpetrator has not been caught. This was a 3-day festival, weekend festival. It's supposed to go till Sunday, but I had read that they'd canceled it. He said the festival organizer said many people had been wounded by a knifeman. At least one helicopter was seen in the air. We saw a police helicopter, circling for several hours, but there is no helicopter that I see now. This is from AirNav radar box. There was a helicopter before circling above Solingen, but not anymore. There's Solingen right there on radar box. Let's see, hold on. Police put the number, many police and emergency vehicles with flashing blue lights were on the road and several streets were closed off. That was earlier. Police put the number of seriously injured at 5. The region's top security official, Herbert Rule, gave a figure of 6 as he visited the scene in the early hours of Saturday. We actually watched Herbert Rule give a press conference outdoors, and some of our viewers actually were translating it. And they didn't seem to know much about the attacker. Rule said, none of us knows why the attack took place. He is the Interior Minister of the state, North Rhine-Westphalia. He said, I can't say anything about the motive now, and it isn't clear who the assailant was, he also said, and added the attacker had left the scene relatively quickly. I mean, it's really interesting. It's not, you'd think like if it was a local person, that they would have a better idea of who it was. But at least this was before Trump spoke, we heard this press conference, but like at that point they said that they didn't even know who he was. Mayor Tim Kurzbach said in a Facebook post, we read this post before from the mayor. I don't know if he posted anything else. No, it's the same post as before from Tim Kurzbach. Tonight, we are all in Solingen in shock, fright, and great sadness. We all wanted to celebrate our city anniversary together. I think it was like the 650th anniversary of the city. Yes, look. Because yesterday he said this year we are celebrating two special occasions in the Klingstadt Solingen, 650 years of city history. So they're celebrating the 650th year of the city. 650 years. We all had wanted to celebrate our city anniversary together, and now we have to mourn the dead and the injured. It breaks my heart that there was an assassination attack on our town. Tears in my eyes when I think of those we have lost. I pray for all those who are still fighting for their lives. Also, to all the people who had to witness this, my great sympathies. Must have been terrible pictures. I thank all the emergency and security forces for their service. I ask, if you believe, pray with me, and if you don't, then hope with me, he said. Hold on a second. Hold on. Give me 1 second here. One moment. Oh, one of our viewers also, thanks to our viewer who mentioned this, Tejas Romperkar. I think Tejas might be from there. But Tejas mentioned the president of the state where the city is in, North Rhine-Westphalia. That is Hendrik Wust. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. So he posted a couple hours ago, North Rhine-Westphalia is united in shock and sadness. In these dark hours, the people of our country and beyond are in Solingen with their hearts and minds. The act of the most brutal and senseless violence has struck at the heart of the country. By the way, Reuters said that this kind of incident is rare in Germany. Hendrik Wust said, the whole of North Rhine-Westphalia stands behind the people of Solingen, especially the victims and their families. A big thank you goes to the many rescue workers and our police who are fighting for the human lives in these minutes. Yet the Reuters article here said fatal stabbings and shootings in Germany are relatively uncommon. I just want to get the rest of this article here. Hold on, let me finish this article from Associated Press. The local newspaper Zolinger Tageblatt, says Associated Press, quoted Celine Derricotz, its reporter covering the festival, as saying the atmosphere is spooky. She said a party atmosphere had turned to shock within minutes and she saw festival goers weeping. The Festival of Diversity, marking the city's 750th anniversary, began today, Friday, and was supposed to run through Sunday, with several stages and central streets offering attractions such as live music, cabaret, and acrobatics. The city canceled the rest of the festival after the attack. Solingen has about 160,000 residents and is located near the bigger cities of Cologne and Dusseldorf. There has been a concern about an increase in knife violence in Germany. Recently, in May, a knife attack by an Afghan immigrant on members of a group that describes itself as opposing political Islam left a police officer dead. Germany's top security official, Interior Minister Nancy Faeser, this month proposed toughening weapons laws to allow only knives with a blade measuring up to 6 centimeters, nearly 2.4 inches, to be carried in public, rather than the length of 12 centimeters, 4.7 inches, which is allowed now. Tejas mentions a knife incident in Mannheim. I don't know if that's this one you're talking about here, right here, in May. I'm going to check some local outlets too. to get you some updates from the local outlets. But nobody in custody, no motive. Our viewer Almighty Erie says, I'm in North Rhine-Westphalia as well, but ways off from Solingen. I'm in the Ruhrgebiet. And yes, attacks like this are kind of rare, but the frequency rises, unfortunately, again, because we are not integrating properly. That's what our viewer Almighty Erie says. Now, again, I don't know who this person was or why they did it. Shaggy says, I still don't see how the guy gets away. No festival goer thought to follow him? Oh, you know what I'm going to do? Hold on a second here. I got a couple of videos to show you. I have some video to show you. Let me just take my headphones out. I want to do that first. And then show you these videos of some footage. Let's do that. Okay. The video might pause for a second while I take out my headphones. That's better. So I got a couple of videos from AFP of the scene, of the area. Did they download yet? Let's see. I got one of them here. Where's the other one? I got one of them. No, I got both of them. All right, I'm going to play you these videos. So just hang on a moment. These are from AFP. Getting it up on the screen for you here. Okay, one of them is sort of... Oh, I see it. Here it is. I got it. This says, seen after several dead and injured in an attack on a German festival. These are not going to be graphic videos. These are not graphic. Just some stuff at the scene for you. So you can see it says tape turn. This is from AFP. I pay for the videos. Let's watch this for a second and see what it is. Playing. Hold on a second. It's playing. It'll start in a second, I guess. This is from a little while ago. It's not live video, it's a little while ago from AFP. Yeah, I gotta fix the headline. I know, I gotta fix the headline. You know what's crazy? I'm sorry. The whole time, this sometimes happens once in a while. The whole time Trump was speaking, I think I had the headline up, Trump to speak soon in Arizona, even though he was speaking. I just never fixed it. Once in a while that happens. Maybe people were mentioning it to me in the chat and I just didn't see it. I'm really sorry about that. So, yeah, it's... I just, my brain stopped working. I'm going to make it RFK joins Trump at rally in AZ. Okay. Usually if it's bothering people, they complain. And I get a lot of complaints. Now, I'm guessing people might have messaged me and I just haven't seen the messages yet. So I do apologize. It's crazy. You'd think you would just notice it because it's up there literally the whole time. And I'm literally, the other crazy thing is like I'm watching when Trump is speaking, I'm literally watching the broadcast with that headline underneath it, and I just forget to look. And now I'm like, oh, wait a second. I never changed it from he's speaking soon. It's really crazy. Anyways, so that was one video from AFP. Now I want to show you another one. That was one of them. I have another one from them. That's an AP article. Let me play the other video here. Give me a second. It's different but similar. All right, so here's some more footage from AP. You can see it says, seen after several dead and injured in an attack on German festival, Solingen. But you don't see bodies or anything. It's not graphic. All right, let me play this for you. It's coming in a second. Just to show you, so that was another AFP video, and just to show you on a Google map where we're talking about here in Solingen, and I guess it happened in this central square here, the Fraunhof. But if you look at the streets around it, so let's do this. Like here's a street right next to it. So that, I mean, I don't know, this kind of looks like this is right near where that central area is. I think maybe where is the Fraunhof is where? Somewhere in here. But anyways, this is right near where it happened, and it looks to me like that might have been where those vehicles that we just saw might have been on streets like this, because this is right outside where it happened. Here. Let me see if there's any other. It happened right in here. So I was trying to just give you oh, here's one right here, look. Right there. So that's the square, that's that square. The square is in here. I think the Fraunhof is in here. So it looked to be like maybe, you know, those vehicles we just saw were right outside in this area out here. I'm not sure, but that's outside of that central square area. I'm going to also see if the Reuters article has anything different. Reuters says 3 dead after stabbing attack at a festival in Western Germany. 3 people were killed. This says 4 seriously wounded, but I believe it's 5 or 6. At a festival Friday night in the Western Germany city of Solingen. Around 10 p.m., a single unidentified man attacked multiple people, and the perpetrator is still at large. Fatal stabbings and shootings in Germany are relatively uncommon. The attack occurred at a festival to honor the town's 650th anniversary. The Solingen is in North Rhine-Westphalia state, Germany's most populous and bordering the Netherlands. Okay, the state's interior minister, Herbert Ruhl, who we heard talk before, He told reporters it was a targeted attack on human life, but declined to speculate on the motive. We have no motive yet. The attack occurred at the Fraunhof, a market square where live bands were playing. The German government has been aiming to toughen rules on knives that can be carried in public by reducing the length allowed. In June, a 29-year-old policeman died after being stabbed in the German city of Mannheim during an attack on a right-wing demonstration. There was a stabbing attack on a train in 2021, injuring several. And Bild, which is a German publication, they're saying Bild reports that the 3 deaths are said to be a woman and 2 men who came from Solingen and Dusseldorf. I don't know if that's true. Also, a spokesperson for the Wuppertal police, according to Bild, said that the attackers stabbed people at random with a knife. Let me also check. There's a local paper I wanted to check too. I'll take some comments and questions from you guys. The event was canceled. Okay. All right, let me take some comments and questions from you guys. At Lookner. K. Ceratop said the festival is called the Festival of Diversity. Yes, I have seen that reported that that is the name of the festival. I don't know exactly, we don't know why this happened. I've seen a couple articles, including in Focus.de, Focus Online Germany, and Focus in another source, I think maybe Bild and Focus, said that the attacker targeted people's necks. I've seen multiple reports that the attacker targeted people's necks. Durka says we must not rush to judgment even if we get a physical description. We must wait to hear how the attacker... No, well, we don't even have a physical description yet. We have really none. Thanks, Joe, for your support. So we don't have any reliable info on who this person is. I guess it's a man. We seem to be hearing that. I want to check some of the messages people have sent me. In the local time there, it's got to be like, what is it, like 4 in the morning or something now? The local time there is 3:22 a.m. 3:22 a.m. Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at a news channel called NTV. It's a NTV in Germany, a news outlet. And they say, I've seen this quote before also. They say that the police said that there is no reliable information there's no reliable information about the appearance of the suspect. Yes, and the attacker stabs victim's neck very specifically. So it looks like the attacker targeted people's necks. NTV says, according to police, the attacker randomly stabbed people at 9:37 p.m. Yeah, there's really a, just a lack of information on this person. Peter Eric Mawara Nijugna says it could also be a mental case. I was trying to find this German police social media if I could. I don't see it. Oh, I think I got it. Yes. This is police. What is Wuppertal? I don't know what this means. Is that a region or something? Wuppertal is a city. Is it near Solingen? Yeah, Wuppertal is not far from Solingen. It's bigger than Solingen. Okay, so the Wuppertal police said on Facebook 15 minutes ago, they said, you can report clues to the incident in Solingen, photos and videos to the police at this website. The city of Solingen will set up a public telephone. We will publish the phone number for you on this channel as soon as it becomes available. Oh, let's see what the rest of their update is. Yes, it's short. Yesterday, around 10 p.m. in Solingen, there was an attack at a local street festival. So far, unknown perpetrator attacked several people with a knife. This says 3 killed and 4 others seriously injured. I think it's actually 5 or 6, according to subsequent reports. All right. Let's take a couple more comments from you guys. That's really the latest information I have right now. One of our viewers said, sounds like it's premeditated. Sorry, some people sent me some stuff. And our viewer, Darkmool, wrote that earlier police had been heard, I think maybe when we were listening to the press conference, he wrote me this. He said police were talking about an Anschlag in Solingen. That doesn't necessarily translate to terrorism, but that means it was planned. The police say that's why they're not just talking about a massacre. So Darkmull, it sounds like Darkmull knows the language, and he thinks his interpretation of what police were saying is that this was a planned thing. Just getting caught up. Some people sent me some messages here. And then what is this? Oh, hold on a second. I can't show this. Let me just peek at this for a second. A viewer sent me a video. I didn't even think to look at this stuff, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's out there. A viewer sent me a video which appears to show a couple bodies on the ground. I don't know if it's legit. It very well might be. Yeah. So I'm not surprised to see that. I cannot show it. But thanks to the viewer for letting me know about it. What is this outlet here? Okay. Yeah, maybe some of you guys have seen maybe some of you guys have seen some graphic stuff from this. I would not be surprised. I'm not going to be sharing it though. Sorry, just checking out, just catching up on some of the things people sent me. Oh, Drew B says, hopefully there is security camera footage. G. Ferraro says, if one got stabbed at a festival, someone next to them didn't see or remember what the person looked like. So one of the stories I read, I forget one of the articles I read, it said that some witnesses were, it suggested some witnesses were in shock. I don't know. I mean, yeah, I can't say, you know, I don't know if the person had a mask on or what. But they say they have no reliable information on the person. Now, maybe they do have some descriptions. I don't know. Also, look, there are a number of people who were injured but survived. So I'm guessing police will talk to them as well. Also, Dothus says witness testimony is horribly unreliable. I do believe that that can be the case, especially in a stressful situation. But I'm not an expert on witness testimony. Yeah, that's an interesting topic. Anyways, I'm not really well placed to discuss that topic. I don't want to start talking about things I know nothing about. But that could be a concern as well. Our viewer, Splendid Isolated, says, if Reuters writes that such attacks are rare, that is not correct. Here in Germany, and I live here, we see almost every day knife attacks with wounded and almost dead and also dead persons. Again, I can't speak to it. I mean, They said in the Reuters, fatal shootings and stabbings in Germany are relatively uncommon. Now, maybe they're talking about compared to other countries. I don't think they're making it up. But I don't have the numbers here. I would have to, appeal to other statistics, which I don't have right now. Hang on one sec. We'll take a few more comments here. Yeah, if I have updates in the coming day, I will post them. I mean, if there's some huge update, maybe I'll do another stream on it. But our viewer Marco, by the way, says, "I'm sure the police have already identified him. There are also SEK units there. They just don't want to share anything until he's captured, dead or alive." I mean, maybe so. Maybe they don't want to tip off somebody that they are being looked for. So maybe that's the case. Maybe they do have a better idea of who it is. Carrie Grudges says, does Germany have the same kind of internet restrictions like Australia, meaning if people have descriptions or videos, will those be stopped from being released? I don't know if Germany has restrictions on what you can report, or what you can post on social media after an attack. I just don't know. It's a good question. Headcrab says, ongoing operation. Police do not tell about their leads and what they will do. Thank you to Joe Mo 1965, by the way. I appreciate it. One of our EJ Rod says Germany has pretty strict privacy laws. I wouldn't be shocked. All right. Well, I don't have any more updates on this, I don't think. Let me just do a quick check on something here. The New York Times mentions the knife attack in Mannheim, 130 miles south of it, a few months ago, in which 6 people, including an officer, were stabbed at an anti-Islamist rally. I think somebody attacked the rally in that incident. Here, this was the one. This was the one a few months ago, May 31st, Germany. I guess about 150 miles away in Mannheim, a man ambushed and wounded several people at a rally hosted by the counter-jihad and anti-Islam group Citizens Movement Pax Europa in a market square in Mannheim, Germany. The victims included a controversial activist, Michael Sturzenberger, the main speaker at the rally. 6 people were injured, including a police officer who died. Investigators suspect in that attack that the suspect's motive was Islamist in nature. So that was in May. I have no idea if that has any connection whatsoever with what happened today. I have no idea. Thank you to Purple Oryx for your support. Purple Oryx says, near stage, dark. It's true, it was dark. It was nighttime, loud. People might not have seen the attacker well. That's a fair point, a fair point. It's a good point. I mean, it could have been, yeah, quite dark there. So, yeah, we just don't know yet. You know, one of our viewers mentioned this. One of our viewers mentioned a newspaper in Germany, Tejas, who I think is there. I think Tejas might actually even be in Solingen. He said, look for the Rheinische Post, and the Rheinische Post is, I guess, a local paper. According to Wikipedia, it is a major German regional daily newspaper, headquartered in Dusseldorf, not far away from where this happened. So something that the Rheinische Post said is that they said, they also said not much is known about the perpetrator yet. He is said to have been, one witness claimed he spoke Arabic, but the police haven't said anything about that officially. So we don't know. I don't claim to make these pronunciations correct. They're probably really bad. Okay. Guys. Oh, and thank you to Tander for subscribing on Twitch and Fenriz973. Thank you. At this moment, I don't really have anything more for you. So I think I am going to wrap up this live stream. I would certainly, we don't even have a suspect description. Our viewer Talon said suspect description. There's not even a suspect description. So what I will do is I will post updates on my X account, which is at Lookner, at Lookner. That's where I post breaking news. So if and when I see updates, I'll post them there, and I'll post the link to my X account in the chat. I mean, if there's some huge news on this, maybe we'll do another stream. I don't know that we'll do another stream on this specific story, but you never know. But anyways, I do appreciate you joining our coverage. Certainly, look, condolences to the 3 people who were killed. It's just terrible. And thoughts with the people who were injured, including 5 seriously injured. I hope they all recover okay. But they were just out there for, people out there for a city celebration on a nice, on a summer night. G. Ferraro says, police usually don't give info out as it's an open investigation. So, well, I'll be looking out to see what we hear. Maybe they'll capture somebody soon. But I do very much appreciate you joining the stream. We covered this story, the mass stabbing, and we also showed you Trump speaking at his rally in Arizona, where he was joined by RFK Jr. Ooh, you know what I should have said? I should have said RFK Jr. in the headline. I wasn't really thinking, and I said RFK. Well, I might as well fix it even though we're wrapping up. Oops, what did I just do? All right. just to end the stream, I'll fix it. But if you missed it, you can go back and you can watch the Trump video. Also, we had live footage from Reuters of the interior minister of the local state giving a press conference, but the audio wasn't great because he wasn't really mic'd. The source we had did not have a microphone, so it was like just kind of, the audio was a little low. But if you want to go back and watch that, you can watch it. Anyways, I really do appreciate you being here for the broadcast. And oh, thanks, Mitchell Black, by the way. I missed your support. Mitchell Black, thank you. I appreciate you being here for the broadcast, and we will certainly have more news coverage when more news happens. This is Agenda Free TV. We cover all kinds of live breaking news from around the world without an agenda. Agenda Free TV, so subscribe, follow Agenda Free TV, and sign up for the notifications. We have a free notification system because I never know when big news is going to happen, so I can't tell you in advance when we're going live. Sign up for the free notifications. You sign up once, you get sent a notification whenever we go live. It works great. We do it through Discord. The mods will post the link to sign up for the notifications in the chat, and you can also find the link for the notifications in the description of this video on Facebook and YouTube. And let's thank our moderators. As usual, amazing. They're always here. They're the ones who are always in the chat, keeping it civil and respectful, and really allow us to have chat rooms. So it's a huge part of the channel. They're an essential part of the channel. So big shout out to our moderators. Over there on YouTube, we've had people like Ruth Krafasi here, and RJ and Cynthia Moon. And we've had a bunch of moderators over there on YouTube today. The people I thanked earlier. Linda Belk and Larry moderate for us on X, on Twitch. Thanks to all of our moderators there. People like A Moment of Lovey, David Green, Idaho Star, I Got That Fire, Sarah Papa Bear, Surly Dev, and all of our other Twitch mods. And on Facebook, K. Larry Body, Christina Neal. How old is the town? They were celebrating their 650th anniversary this weekend. 650. Thanks Charlotte Webb for moderating, Margaret Riley, Paul Anderson. Big thanks to our moderators. And I really do appreciate everybody who donated. That's super nice of you. You are the ones who let this channel exist. So thanks for your support for the channel. I really, really appreciate that. And let's see. Oh, we also, by the way, have a Discord chat where you can chat with other viewers when we're not on the air. The Discord chat is free, and it's at the same link as the notification. So if you want, click the notifications link and check out the Discord chat. Thanks also to Epona47 from Europe. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Oh, a special thanks to a number of our viewers from the area. We're helping out with information, and also a number of our viewers helped translate the German when we heard the local law enforcement official or interior minister was speaking earlier. So I very much appreciate people who knew the language and are from the area helping out the broadcast. And thoughts with everybody in Solingen and everybody impacted by this. We'll have to wait and see what we hear. And what else? And thanks to everybody who messaged me updates and all that and helped out. By the way, if you do subscribe on YouTube, if you want to turn on the YouTube notifications, which I would suggest, what you need to do that is you need to do this. If you're subscribed on YouTube, you want to make sure you click this bell here and choose all notifications so you have the notifications turned on YouTube. Okay, I also want to thank our Facebook subscribers for supporting the channel, like Eve Richards and Lou Green, Margaret Riley, K. Lowry Body, Jane Summers, Robert Real II, all of our subscribers over there on Facebook. Thanks so much for subscribing and supporting the channel. Also on Twitch, thanks to all of our subscribers there, like Daddy Dino and Tech Slug, Wall Street, Shaggy, Jack's Animals, Relila, and Hot Rodacy. Hi, it's Tasca. Thanks for subscribing on Twitch. Thank you for your support. Sandy Doggo. And Integrity Farmer Bob. Thank you. And all of our other Twitch subscribers, thanks so much for subscribing and supporting the channel. And on our YouTube members, such as Wickedest Witch, Jendat, Mythical, Marissa Pugliese, Evelyn in Maine, Heyday, J.K. Sinar, Amy, Anita Modaluski, Marissa Pugliese, Doors, Adventurer, Pat W., Ponyboy, Gears and Gadgets, Deeper Understanding, Marco Anzalone, Yael, Babs, Ronald Kame, thanks for being members on YouTube, Toby Network, and Kelly McAlien, Def, Sarah Milligan, Praise the Oak, Frisian Drone Aviator, Waltham, thanks for being members, Carrie Grudges, and all of our other YouTube members, thank you. And again, thanks to all the local people and the people who knew German for helping with the information. All right, guys. So we are going to wrap this broadcast up. Thanks to our other viewers as well, like Prosperous Porcupine, thank you. And also Robin Freeman Castillo, and Amy Denice Linville, and Jacques Hollander, and Marjorie Jones. Okay, so we're going to wrap this up. So I will post updates on my X account when I get updates. All right. So that is it for now. Thank you so much for joining. We have been covering the mass stabbing attack in Germany, and also we were showing Trump speak, joined by RFK Jr. at his Arizona rally. That is it for now. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you soon with more live breaking news coverage right here at Agenda Free TV.